Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's a feel-good Friday. We are ready to go doubleheader, 2 shows, 1 stream, 2 beautiful hosts, and so much wrestling to get into. Right now, we got TNA already kicking off at the pre-show. Smackdown from Glasgow. Remember, no spoilers. Get in that chat, say hello, click all the buttons, and strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel-good. Welcome to the Wrestling for Life Network. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We're back at it again, folks. Easy for me to say, but the show is already kicking off as we got Sami Callihan coming out as part of the TNA Against All Odds pre-show. We're going to talk a little TNA. We're going to talk a little WWE. Lots to get into, lots to talk about. Remember, folks, we are watching SmackDown for the first time with one exception, but we will get to that. Do not spoil it for the people in the chat. Do not spoil it for us. Be a part of the fun. I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. You're having a wonderful Friday. The weekend is upon us. We're going to cap it off with a little bit of wrestling, but it should be a good one. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, be a part of the family. We are driving towards 5K subscribers, but I will remind you, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and my guy, this tonight feels like the night of so much wrestling. We've got SmackDown. Yeah. We had the kickoff earlier, by the way. We've got Against All Odds. I've got GCW pulled up still, too, as well. That happens later tonight. We've still got Rampage as well later tonight, Rampage. It's just all the shows in one can go, and then we're back at it tomorrow for Clash of the Castle, bright and early.
Right back at it again. So it should be a fun night ahead. Looking forward to this one. Again, SmackDown. Some of you out there may know what has taken place. I do not, but we are going to get into it. I know the one thing we do know is there is another QR code. There are some very interesting clues out there. We will talk about that as we go along. But the night before, Clash at the Castle, and not a creature was stirring, not even the haggis. Should be a fun one, as this match is slightly distracting. One that we were surprised made it to the pre-show.
Yeah.
Off to a start here, Nick.
Absolutely. But by the way, folks, let us know whether you're taking Jonathan Gresham or Sami Callihan, which, yeah, very surprised that this match is A, on the pre-show, and B, it kicks off the pre-show. Like, this is a big-time match. We're both, like, these are top guys. These are guys that you would think would be in the main event scene. Instead, filler pre-show.
Now, speaking of the main event scene, did you catch any of the Matt Hardy compound shit from last night?
I have not, but I've also heard the very large rumor and very strongly speculated that we're going to get Brother Nero tonight.
Very much so. Very speculated. A lot of people, talking about all of a sudden Jeff Hardy's contract's coming up. And apparently today was the day. So we will find out. I watched it. It's everything you could think it was. I mean, it's so silly. But
the most I saw was Moose coming back as a football player after the Lake of Reincarnation.
Number 69 in your playbooks. Number 1 in your
hearts.
Right.
Number 69 in your playbooks. Number 1 in your hearts, folks.
But yeah, no, very intriguing as far as that goes. Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, again, I don't think Matt Hardy's beating Moose. Maybe they are setting up a Hardy reunion, which would be very interesting.
I think that we do have Matt Hardy beat Moose because of, I fade away and I become obsolete of Brother Nero showing up. But I think he helps Matt Hardy get the win there, because I've seen a lot of people say, well, we'll keep that same energy when Matt Hardy shows up in NXT in the Battle Royal. I'm like, I don't think he's going to do that.
They might let him be in the Battle Royal just for shit. He's not
just to get thrown out. Like, really?
Yeah. Run in, goodbye.
I will hit you guys. Whoop that trick, whoop that delete.
Right away. Gresham in control, by the way, folks. If you were just tuning in once again, welcome to the channel. I see that number climbing. We want to see triple digits in the chat tonight. We're looking forward to this one. Again, a lot of intrigue with Against All Odds. Lots of rumors about who's going to take Jordan Grace's open challenge. Several names still out there. Natty, Ash by Elegance, Tatum Paxley, all the above, some of the above, none of the above. We'll find out. You still have any lead on this?
It's still kind of just, yeah, but I mean, that's not a bad thing at all to have it still be kind of up in the air. 100% of it could be even a triple threat. Yeah. You have one of those of they both come out and they both want a challenge or what have you, and Jordan Grace is that big of a badass. I'll take on both of you and whoop both your asses.
Yeah, pretty much. And again, I think with a dominant champion like Jordan, the triple threat's a good angle to work in the sense of now she could lose it and because she's kind of outnumbered. So it does kind of.
Do you think she loses it to TBD?
What's that?
Do you think she loses it to TBD? I know you're a big fan of those picking TBD, but yeah.
No, I don't think so. Even if it is Ash by Elegance, I don't see her losing the belt.
Roxanne Perez?
Roxanne would be huge. I mean, that'd be kind of interesting, especially with the already having something pretty big. And I think she holds it to at least Slammiversary regardless. So maybe if you do run back Roxanne or you bring in a Natty, maybe it's for Slammiversary.
Fair enough. I could see it even just, I mean, I could see it tonight if you challenge me for my belt, so I'm going to challenge you for yours. But then you have your NXT champ. Well, no, she got the win. What the fuck am I talking about? Never mind. Lazy Susan brain went off the rails there. Which, real quick, Everbless, my guy, I appreciate you being in the chat. I appreciate that you're trying to put spoiler alert in front of all your comments, but you can comment other things besides stuff that happened on the show, my guy. Or gal, or they, them, what have you. Wherever you are.
It's a good way to find yourself on the outside looking in, sir. So thank you or ma'am or
you
whoever.
Might get 5 minutes for high sticking.
Pause. Right. Yeah, I mean, kind of forgot where we were going with that. But nonetheless, Jordan Grace and this whole angle, they've done a good job keeping it exciting. I mean, again, the Battle Royal, do I think there's going to be 5, 6, 7 people from TNA? No. But I think they might just, smack in a few surprises. If it happens, I think
we get one very big one.
One very big one. What do you
say? His name and he appears.
Man got a billboard, Nick.
Man's got everything. He's the most viral over person in pro wrestling. Like there's fucking actual legitimate news articles about this man of being the most viral sensation in pro wrestling.
He's got himself over in such a big way to the point now where fans of the WWE are almost pining for him.
Like, you don't have to believe he's undeniable at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you can't shake him. Like he's taken the platform that he had and maximized it, amplified it to such a degree that, like I said, now the fans of the biggest company, and that's something that a William Regal, a Triple H, Nick Khan, those type of people, they're going to notice. Who the fuck is this Joe guy everybody's talking about? Like, they're going to notice. And I mean, Trips and Regal and such are already going to have a pulse on it. But look at this guy on such a different level.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and are they kicking themselves of like, why didn't we have that? Imagine Joe Hendry with the WWE packaging and promotion and everything behind it. Or does that make Joe Hendry special and feel so organic, and why he's so captivating is because he did it without the blockbuster Hollywood budget, the former Hollywood agent,
Kushida's here.
What?
But it's like
mad scientist Kushida. What the?
He's now Doc. He's Doc.
Swabbing the black goo to study it. What the? All right. You had me until this. This is now just awkward. Now I see why this was on the pre-show.
Good point. Here's where I kind of have a bit of a issue. Is that this moment here, kind of the new stuff.
3, Sammy gets the win with a pile driver.
Always a little hesitant when Sammy Callahan gets the W, folks. Thanks to Kushida. Apparently grabbing a man and swabbing him is not grounds for a DQ.
Did the ref see it?
I don't know, man.
I just think it reminds me because clearly they're testing the black goo that's poisoned Jonathan Gresham and turned him evil, what have you, this, that, and the third. But does it not remind you of like when you had the terrible OC, the Good Brothers versus the New Day, and you had them, coming out with lab coats and flasks of yellow liquid that I can't say what it actually was on YouTube, but you released it into a toilet.
Right. Yeah, no, 100%. And again, I think sometimes I have an issue where you're doing this kind of stuff with your serious guy, right? Like should Moose, like
guys who should be in the main event.
Yeah, like that's as we're getting the clip from Jordan Grace at NXT on TNA. Follow along, folks.
Right. I saw it and I'm like, wait, when did we start watching NXT tonight? What the fuck?
Right.
So again, I know I said it's all the wrestling, but I feel like we're getting even more. Oh, now we're showing the tug of war, the rub and tug pause between Ash and Tatum.
Right.
But should we say hi to the people?
Let's say hi to the people. We're 10 minutes in. We've been gabbing away. Let's say hello to some of the people. Rocco, how you doing? Welcome back. First one in the chat tonight. Evening, guys. This Tuesday will be deleted. LOL. Plus highlights of the Hardy compound. All that for a dream sequence. Yeah, that's kind of my issue of like, it's something you almost accept it, right? Like we've had murders, we've had weddings gone awry, we've had so much craziness. At least there wasn't there was a kid jumping off a ladder, but there was no baby being, mutilated in this one. So that's always a step up. But it is a lot of like, this is silly.
It's a lot of tongue in cheek. Like remember even the initial Hardy compound match and everything, like was so polarizing and so hard initially to accept it, and then it just kind of became it was so shit it's good. And I feel like they've just kind of always tried to live in that realm of it. So it's such a mess. I'll use Anthony's word from the trial last night. It's such a mess. It's good. It's such a chicken mess.
Bonkers, good to see you. I think Ricochet is staying with the WWE and taking the week off so Triple H can iron out the contract, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I mean, more now than ever, I'm convinced that he's staying. He's not going anywhere. I think I've said this before this week, but here, like before SmackDown, I get a show called This Week in WWE, and it kind of runs through the big moments of the wrestling week, and they're giving me replays of the Ricochet stuff. That's not somebody who's being written off, reminding us that, oh, by the way, this guy that everyone loves, it just doesn't feel like he's going away.
You keep pushing the story to the forefront, this is either the greatest send-off that WWE has ever done, the nicest send-off they've ever done,
right?
Or this man ain't going anywhere. Now, granted, I don't think he's going to show back up in a week or anything, but SummerSlam-ish time, maybe.
Yep. Ricochet, Braun Breaker, SummerSlam.
I'd be game for it. I'd be game as shit for it.
But I mean, that works for me. I think that again, originally when we saw, Braun's going to take him out. It was like, okay, here we go. But it's just the narrative. Samantha getting in the ambulance and then all the follow-up and then like putting out a tweet to say, oh, by the way, Rick, like none of that's happening on a guy on the way out there. Oh, he will be out for an unknown period of time. Well, if he's leaving, he's out indefinitely. We're never going to see this mofo again.
One thing, what the fuck cabin in the woods shit is this that the system's getting interviewed in front of, by the way? This looks like an outhouse or like fucking Splash Mountain.
They're having the pay-per-views at the Elk Lodge.
Literally, it was a fucking VA. But also, all due respect to Ricochet, who rigs every pay-per-view? We do. We do. But all due respect to Ricochet, there has never been a time in pro wrestling that someone has been giving this much attention and this much, eyes on him on his way out the door of the company he's leaving. So I think that that's a giant red flag that a lot of people are thinking about.
Yeah, and beyond that, dude, I think like we talked about it with Roman Reigns. Like there's been a lot of really smart decisions. Like Roman has become a babyface sitting at home. So it's incredible. Just by not being there, he's a babyface.
Right.
And similar to this, like, when was the last time Ricochet was this talked about, this cared about, and this relevant? Never in WWE, maybe? Like, this is getting over huge. Now the fans are like, you know, please don't go. And oh my God, we want him to come back. I hope he doesn't leave. Like, you've accidentally or on purpose, you know, given this guy a whole lot of value.
Oh, absolutely. It's the little kid tactic of you took the one toy away that they didn't want to play with, and now they want to fucking play with it because you told them you were taking it away. Right. That's exactly what this is. And 100%. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought there real quick.
Yeah, that's fine. No, I completely agree. I mean, I think I think a lot of this has been really good. A lot of the things that have been happening, like re-signings, have been very hush-hush.
Sorry, real quick. That just reminds me of his contract's till Lazy Susan again. Because his contract allegedly goes till July. So they've still got time. If they still wanted to have him do a thing or two, they could. But I think that just gives them nothing but runway to work out a deal. And hey, we just let you chill at home for a while, and then they think that you're really gone.
Yeah.
And then you come back. I
always go back to when Triple H was being talked to about Drew McIntyre. And after he had re-signed, and they said, you know, Drew McIntyre is back, and he said, I can't believe how many of these stories are completely wrong. I don't know where they come from. You know, we were never worried about Drew leaving, and people had him, you know, with his fucking AEW t-shirt and his chair picked out at the, you know, Talk is Jericho already. And he wasn't going nowheres. And then we've seen it with Gable and Finn Balor, and Becky's not leaving. Seth re-signed. Like, let's be real.
Well, and I will say this as a caveat to it, and we can get back to the chat because we got a match trying to go through, and we went through like 20 minutes. But yeah,
we saw.
But I'm gonna goddamn Alicia Edwards. But if Ricochet does leave WWE and he does go somewhere else, whether it be TNA, New Japan, AW, etc., you name the three letters, good on him. Hope he does great. I think he will do great. I think the guy's super talented. Just needs some mic work. That's about it. And just to get in front of people and give him something that's captivating and gets people invested. So I think he's staying, but if he goes, I don't think it's going to be like, you know, some terrible decision he made or whatever.
No, not at all. And I mean, again, we talked about this before. And just to let everyone know, the Hex is coming out to take on Malisha. That's Masha and Alicia Edwards.
Don't ever say that again. Not in my presence.
You
will not disrespect Masha Slamovich like that in my presence.
She signed up for it, bro. Malisha.
I don't think she had a choice.
Well, she might not have. But yeah. So get your predictions in on that match. Let us know who you're taking. We are about 11 minutes away, just over 10, to the start of SmackDown tonight. We want to know what's on your mind. How you feeling? What's good? What's new? What are you thinking about? I know me and Nick are going to talk a little Dynamite at some point as well, but there is so much going on in the wrestling world. But let's say hello to some more people before we run out of time. Kevin, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome back. See Money, I see you. Looking forward to chugging some Iron Brew. Yeah, I could go for an Iron Brew. It's been a hot minute. If you haven't had it, try it. Find it. Look for it. Dark at the end. Looking forward to Mustafa Ali, Trent 7. Now, Anthony predicted match of the night for this, Nick. It's going to be a good one. You know, I don't think Ali's losing to Trent, though. But maybe we're just misvaluing Trent in this world.
Sure. I think it's going to be a really good match. I think Ali's a fucking phenomenal talent, and I think now, especially with this TNA crossover between TNA and NXT, Shawn Michaels, who's been a huge advocate of Mustafa Ali, is going to try and do anything and everything he can to get that man back over on his television. Oh, absolutely.
Interesting.
100%. But yeah, I don't feel match of the night with this, but I do think it'll be a good match. And I think what is the X Division weight class? Is it just like the super best mid-card title ever? It's the cruiserweights and also not the cruiserweights.
Like
it's the open weight, never open weight.
Right? The never open. What does that mean?
Right.
But no, because we had, Moose, Josh Alexander. There's been a gambit of people that have had that X Division championship.
Facts.
Um,
Joe was a former X Division champion.
Facts. What's up, Matthew Childs? How you doing? Bradley, welcome back. Having 2 pre-show matches, women tag match, and Sammy Jonathan. So Jonathan gets the L thanks to Kushida, and the women's tag titles are on the line right now. The Hex, who just returned to TNA recently.
I've always kind of liked the Hex. I've always liked Allie and everything, pinkies up and everything with that.
Yeah, not bad.
Pinkies out, yeah.
I don't know, Big Mike. You might have to be more specific to where he's doing said action.
Not on the face. Not on the face.
Oh, all right.
Hey, sorry, I said the quiet part loud and the loud part quiet.
Right. Join the Discord, folks. Steve G back in the house. Stopping by to say howdy ho.
Howdy ho. As we are, by the way, 102 people right now kicking it with
Let's
us.
go.
Let's see if we can keep that growing, get it at 120, 125, 130. What do I hear?
We got it, folks. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Give that algorithm a little bit of love. Isla Dawn. One day I'll say her name properly. Alba Fire. Drew Margarita. Mega Tired. And Nikki Cross. All Scottish. Facts.
Fair enough. But yeah, every time you say Isla Dawn instead of Isla Dawn, and especially when you say welcome to the Wrestling for Life Network, I'm like, this man is John Hammond and just doesn't want to tell me. Show me your dinosaur, sir. Pause.
Let's go. Good afternoon, Kira. How you doing? Happy Friday. Jonathan Gresham for the win. Correct. Everblast. Yeah, welcome. Denisha, how you doing, fellas? Anyway, possibly Cody's mom involvement. I really don't think so. Unless Drew gets caught snoozing, like kind of like the way he was not sleeping with Mama Rhodes. I didn't mean that kind of snoozing.
I'm confused where Drew gets involved in this.
I didn't mean Drew. AJ. Like AJ's over talking shit to moms and gets clipped for it, but I don't know.
Well, you got the Good Brothers, and they've got Mama Rhodes, kidnapped. She's tied to a fucking railroad somewhere out in Scotland,
right?
Luke Gallows just twist his bearded goatee,
right? But be careful, Mama Rhodes fuck you up. What's going on, Christian? Yes, all the soccer stuff. Scotland did not fare well today against the Germans. Well, they were raided and beat.
I at least heard a spoiler on a dark show match, or a dark match, if I can say that, to where it was Ludwig was in it, and he came out wearing a German soccer jersey and just doing the 3-0 with his hands and everything to super beat.
All right. QR code pops up. We do know that. We will talk about that. Now we got drawings. Now people are trying to figure out who the drawings are. Like
the biggest, there's a clear as shit statement in the last picture and everything like that I actually did share in the Discord that says specifically the date of Monday Night Raw coming up here.
Yeah, which is amazing. Like, I mean, they teased it, and this is when you're telling the story proper. For in my opinion, first you get a little clue, and you kind of think maybe it's the 17th. Then you get another clue, and you're like, it really feels like the 17th. Okay, I'm pretty sure. And then the next clue is, we got it. And then they just keep breadcrumbing it until you get to that point where you're like, all right, we really got this. And again, people are making the comparables to the wrestlers, to the drawings. Again, the countdown is on. We are heading towards this, whatever this is. We'll find out. We'll see on Monday. But the countdown is on. And that's where this is going to at least hit another gear, if not conclude.
Right. Sent you something about a returning pay-per-view. Did you see this at all?
I don't think I had.
Bad Blood, they're talking about, the rumor going around now is that Bad Blood is coming to, or they're going to try and bring it back with WWE.
Yeah, I saw this going around. I mean, interesting in the sense of, they could bring it back. I mean, it would all depend on timing. Triple H did say, he wasn't a big fan of having like an annual he's really cautious about having annual stipulations. We already have a few. But yeah, I mean, I'm if they can work it, make it make sense. Maybe not too close to War Games, because I want you to keep War Games. I'm all for it. I mean,
oh no, you work Bad Blood into it, and that's the thing is Bad Blood's just another one of those generic kind of names that they had during like the late 2000s or early 2000s, around that time frame. It's not like they're bringing back, like you were saying, if they brought back a Hell in a Cell and everything, to where towards even the end of the era of He Who Should Not Be Named, we were saying it feels like they're really just booking matches for the stipulation now at this point, versus it's really lost all its specialness, all its creativity and everything of when feuds used to build to the match versus having the match, and now you've got to build a feud to the match.
Yeah, and that's always been my caution. I mean, Money in the Bank makes sense as far as the stip goes. I think Hell in the Cell is one of those ones where you want it to, AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes. AJ wants one more, won't quit after an I Quit match, still pushing. All right, one last match in a cell because you've built to that point. Bad example, maybe, but that kind of idea.
Fair enough. Alicia Edwards right now going for Alicia Edwards just got the win. I managed to stop and turn and watch Alicia Edwards pick up a pinfall.
Alicia with the W. Nick Aldis met Baron Corbin. All right. Jonathan Gresham, Sami Callihan is underway. So yeah, we're behind. We're gonna catch up. Folks.
Well, this is a good time to remind everybody that we do have the super chats, the super stickers, the memberships as well, and everything like that. If you want to make sure you show up, because that's what the show is about. And it just helps support the channel as well. Just like hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button. It's free, it costs you nothing, but it means the world to us.
Absolutely, folks. Absolutely. Brother Fluff Salisbury, good to see you. Send a bigger, just give him the rock bottom. You're good to go. Vash Aid, how are you? AJ, welcome back. Damien, the leader of the Hope BM tribe. Byron, we got you. Hope you're doing well. Denisha already said hello. Alexis back. We got so many names. Big Mike, Roman, Jordan, as we approach back up to 100. I love it. Before the show even starts, we got about 1 minute to kick off here. Jordan Smith, AJ.
Anthony, what up? Alicia Masha Retain.
There he is.
Right. Matthew, what up? Jordan, what up? Ridge, Punk Custer Thoughts. We'll get into that. Don't worry. Make sure you're here tomorrow.
That's going to happen.
That is going to be the most contested match.
I said it this morning. Sorry, Nick, to interrupt.
Very good.
But when I jumped on for the kickoff show before my power went poof. But I said it. I think there's been a lot of good debates and a lot of heated things on this channel that we've just been polar opposites on. And this might be the biggest one. Like I said, literally, we might see Nick do a happy dance on his desk tomorrow.
I might go full Pat McAfee and just start eating everywhere. We're going to get thrown off YouTube if I just start eating everywhere. But 100%, yeah. And again, I'll just probably leave the stream if Damian Priest wins. Just, I'm done. You do the fucking post show. I ain't dealing with this shit no more.
This afternoon, I literally clicked on another channel that we were friends with and support, and there was a group of people, and two of the hosts were having that exact same debate. My guy, then what do you do with them? If Drew wins, then where do you go? What do you do with Gunther? I'm like, oh my God, it's not just us.
Exactly. It's 100. I fear for them getting out of Scotland if Drew McIntyre does not win in Scotland.
Yeah, right. I got together. By the way,
I have Planet Fitness and
he knows what's up.
The FBI warning for against all odds, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Fair enough.
Let me know when you get together.
I have then
That's
on
not
SmackDown. Now
close.
Forever. You're waiting on Together.
Oh, Together would be lovely.
Well, we'll be together forever, my guy.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Nick and I are synced up. We got two shows rolling. TNA, almost said AEW. TNA Against All Odds. WWE Smackdown live from Glasgow. Remember, no spoilers. Nick and I don't know what happened. We want to react to it for the first time.
Right.
So you don't say anything in that chat. We're not even going to take predictions on SmackDown, but we will take predictions on Against All Odds. I don't know why the name Against All Odds. All month we've been talking about it, and we just keep slipping away.
It's fighting against all odds to stay in your brain. That's what it is.
But we're already kicking it off as AJ, swole AJ. He's getting bigger by the day.
I got KO just getting let into wherever what penitentiary is he getting into right now with this shit?
It's because the Scots don't like the French.
Or anyone. It's fucking groundskeeper Willie. It's like the rivalry as old as time, like the English and the Scots, or the French and the Scots, or the Scots and the Scots,
and the Scots and the Scots. I've seen, most of the fighting I've seen amongst the Scots have been with themselves.
Pause. I don't know what you've seen.
As we are kicking off the show with Bayley. Bayley and Piper were really good at the kickoff press conference thingy. Piper comes out and does her mock Triple H. It says, I always wanted to do that. Piper had to struggle, though, a little bit, Nick, because she was getting a lot of love. She got the "You Deserve It" chant, and she's trying to be the heel. She literally had to turn her back to the crowd for a second and, hold it together. Hold it together.
But that's great awesome to see that. That's well deserved of you went through your Dewey phase to get to there. So,
oh shit. Sorry, yeah, keep going. Are we kicking off with Matt Hardy moves? No,
we're just doing the video packages. I've got Naomi coming out right now. But that's the thing is, it makes you wonder of, could they? I know we always say don't book just because you're in such and such show or such and such town, what have you, and everything like that. But could they make it work if she won and she went over Bayley? It's great to see that she got that moment and going from Dewey to this. And I mean, would it not be just a really good fucking moment? And it makes you really question with some shit like that. And I think that's a good job that Piper Niven in a promo and being in her hometown to an extent has gotten herself enough over that you're questioning it, that it's questionable.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think that's one of the things about a lot of these pay-per-views lately. Not a lot of matches, but most of the matches are kind of like you can kind of hem and haw through the possible outcomes. And some of them you're like, I mean, again, we're highly, opposed to each other's opinion on Drew. There is an argument to be made for AJ. There's an argument to be made for the Scottish tag team to win. I mean, yeah, heavy favorite Bayley, but never say never.
Right.
Here comes Chelsea Green.
Did you see that they included Samantha's voice into her entrance now? Yeah. As I've got Mike Santana out here right now on Against All Odds, by the way.
Right.
To answer your question, Hagen, TNA is right now.
Yes, they're both right now. They're both right now, folks. We are the channel that watches more live wrestling than anybody else out there. We are back tomorrow for Brunch with the Boys 10. Clash at the Castle live. We're going live at 11:45 a.m., Nick. 11:45 a.m.
11:45.
Eastern Standard Time. We will be here all day long with all the fun as Chelsea's cutting a little promo here. And, tonight we got Against All Odds on one screen, Smackdown on another. We might have a little bit of GCW on the third screen or a split screen.
Right.
There's shit everywhere.
And then even coming after this, we got Rampage because we're sick of
Rampage.
Like that. Rampage.
I said all that shit and forgot about Rampage.
No, most people do. Most people who work in the company do. Hey, now you're good. Yeah, they all start then. So fair enough. We'll do better next time, I guess. I don't know. Brother, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say predictions. Get them out. Who are you taking between
Macklin versus Santana? And Brother Fluff, thank you for the $5 super chat. Clash at the Castle spoiler. Gallus go ahead.
Is it Macklin with Santana? Or are they fighting each other?
I just went off the top of my head of he was the next man that came out, so I thought it was them.
I was gonna remember.
I can't remember the full goddamn card.
Mike Santana wins. Who?
Macklin and Santana versus the Rascals. Okay, so thank you, Your Honor.
I wasn't. Yeah, Your Honor. I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember.
I will not provide false statements to the jury anymore, Your Honor.
here at the Wrestling for Life Network, unlike other places, we will retract the statement.
Absolutely, and not just shamelessly just demote points against or star ratings against a match just because it doesn't have the favorite 3 letters in front of it. But anyways, but
now they're doing the Bailey song.
Hey Bailey, I wanna know, will you be my girl? That's the best thing to me is when they do these UK shows, the international shows, is how hype and the sing songs and the chants and everything with the crowd. Think about it. The whole chant with AJ Styles when they were over in France was literally so goddamn loud it shook the fucking hard cam.
Yeah, there was 2 funny things I saw today that were going around. One was the Scottish crowd sucked. France was way better, just based on the off the kickoff, which was hilarious. But again, France was next level. Then there was a bunch of people who, that French crowd was way too much. You're like, whoa, what do you mean too much? Like, they were having too much of a good time? Like,
yeah, like it's one thing. Well, we've seen that to where a crowd can kind of almost hijack a show, and they just decide we're just gonna go and we're now a part of the fucking show at this point. So we're gonna just be involved in a way to fuck everything up. But the French crowd, I can't think of a time that I've ever seen WWE do a show in France. And that's just, I guess, me being, all of 35 years old, but I don't know. That's probably why they were so goddamn raucous and everything. This might be the only time we get a fucking pay-per-view over here. So let's fucking show up and show out.
Is it a little sacrilege that I'm going so hard against Drew McIntyre with a Claymore?
Absolutely. You should feel shame. You should feel shame.
Right? My thistles, my Claymore.
Do we get, as we're in commercial break on SmackDown, and we're underway with the Rascals of Zachary Wentz and Trey Miguel taking on Mike Santana and Steve Macklin, by the way. But yeah, do we need Drew McIntyre to come out to Broken Dreams at Clash?
Yeah. When we were setting out, like, I know you and I have been talking about this for years, but we try and like put the music to our call outs and stuff. For the
right.
Gets tricky after doing, 1,000+ shows. But
when you do like 10 a week.
Right. But when you come to these shows and you're like, I'm going after that jam for sure. And when I did it yesterday, the minute I clicked on it, it came on. I ended up listening to it. Like, I was like, it's such a good song. Like, go back to this. Like, can we talk to our current producing company and fix this up? We need a little more of this, not everything on generics.
Boo Def Rebel, boo this man, boo these men 100%. But yeah, no, I was the same way when I did the call out for the stream tomorrow, and then I just started jamming to, out of time. So say goodbye. I've lately been sucked into Baron Corbin's pause on that statement, by the way, but Baron Corbin's old theme of the Lone Wolf. Yeah.
That was the best shit ever. We're both searching for it right now.
Literally, I'm like, I've got Drew McIntyre playing it in my brain. I'm like, change station. Sorry, what did you say? Change station.
Oh man,
the Elon Musk linked up shit in my brain ain't working out right now. It's buffering.
I could hear it out loud, like both the hamster wheels just running
going like, a mile a minute.
Oh, it's the fucking what song I got stuck in my head was Batista, but it's dark.
Well, that's another great one. That's the thing.
Yeah. No, I am the darkness. I am.
With the spotlight and everything, but yeah. No, the Batista one is
like
100%.
Creed, bro. You sounded like Creed.
Wilhelm Wathofen under the sunlight.
Oh, what's up, Johnny Beans? How you doing?
Hey, well, this is something I saw from the kickoff, and I actually saw Boston's punk ass saying this. If he's still and everything. Cody Rhodes out there crowd surfing, allegedly like me at a Creed concert.
Right. No, that killed me. And it was funny because I was going to bring it up, but yeah, 100%. That was our visual of you at the Creed concert, just loving life.
Can you take me higher?
Wrestling for Life Network. Are y'all watching TNA? Christopher, we are right now. The Rascals in control of our good buddy
Mike Santana.
Mike Santana.
Not Carlos Santana, Mike Santana.
Not Carlos. That would make an interesting tag team against the Rascals.
Yeah, I mean,
Carlos and Rob
serenade them with smooth jazz.
Right.
Smooth guitar.
Nobody listens to smooth jazz.
When the jazz man's testify.
Right. What's up? What's up? Hello, my friends. Yeah, 100%.
See, say his name and he appears. Turn.
Cousin name is Robbie, and he's really into wrestling. You know how annoying it was when the Highlanders were on TV for months. Robbie, I'm Robbie. I want to say every single time, STFU. There you go. Not feeling that. I mean, again, it's kind of apropos. We got WWE and TNA, and we're talking about the Highlanders.
Right. The beginning and the end of the Highlanders' career.
So
all in one fell swoop.
Oh, running shooting star. Ref distracted, though. Yeah,
I didn't see any of that. So I'm like, wait, which screen am I on?
Naomi's now the unicorn and comes out with a horn on her head. Is she joining the New Day? Where did this come from? And why is she calling herself the unicorn? Because I might have a different definition of that said term.
Saying she's horny? Paul?
Wait, what? Get in the pit and love someone. Oh, God.
Oh, with the ball, the bang, the bang.
This one's breaking down early, folks.
It's, one tape
Good
show,
Friday.
One live show before brunch with the boys on a feel good Friday in the summer.
Right. It's Mail It In Friday around here at the Wrestling for Life.
No, it's a feel good Friday. That's the thing. It is 100%. We're aloha today.
Yeah, nobody mailing this one in. Big crossbody.
Two go. As I've got Trey Miguel with a single leg crab. Yep. What?
The best part of this Naomi Chelsea match is no matter who loses, it's going to piss off a large chunk of the IWC.
Yeah,
there's no way in this one.
So there is no pleasing you.
Yeah. KJ and Nick, got any last words for the Dallas Mavericks? I think they push it one more game. I think they get one win. They don't get swept.
I've seen, living in New England, there's a lot of people that want that just so the Celtics win it at home.
That's
right now,
true.
This is prolonging the punishment.
Know who you really don't want to be right now? Kyrie at all. How deep in a hole can that guy climb? He's having a bad.
It's one of those of everybody saying that Luka needs help. It's like, motherfucker, you have Kyrie Irving, the one that everybody sat there and was saying, well, he hit the game-winning shot that saved LeBron's ass. So where the fuck's he's at now?
Yeah, well, they ran into fucking pass the ball to Will syndrome. Like that's all they do with.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, especially with the Celtics of them having, they have a core. Like this is not one. This might be two, might be three, might be four. Right. They're the new Warriors.
By the way, folks, Trey Miguel in control of Macklin on the outside of the ring. Chelsea Green was in control of Naomi. Naomi reverses.
Oh, big back elbow to the back of the head.
And the fans are still singing to Bailey. Oh, wait a minute. Bailey knocking Chelsea's foot off the second rope.
Oh, yeah, because she was out there trying to get the advantage.
Right. So who will be Jordan Grace's opponent tonight? Tatum Paxley or Natalya? I think it's going to be Ash by Elegance and Tatum.
Yes.
I'm doubling down on those two ladies. I think if you do Natty, save her for Slammiversary.
Fair, yeah, I'll give you that. And I think also, I'm going to say this as Naomi picks up the win. I'll say this as politely and respectfully as I can, is that if you have Jordan Grace versus Ash by Elegance and Tatum Paxley, pretty much 2 against 1, damn near, but it's a triple threat.
Yeah.
You've got one good match there. They 2 halves make one whole type shit. So yeah, that's the way I'm viewing it.
I'm going to ask the chat this question. I like this question right here.
For Randy, burning my light or voices? Is that your question from TJ?
Yeah.
Oh,
what do you think?
Well, I'm trying to remember. Well, because for a little while he came out with fucking punk song there, the Kill Switch song.
Yeah.
I'm getting Apollo jumped by Los Lotharios right now in Escobar.
Yeah, it's very interesting they're bringing Apollo back in the mix. Again, another sign that Triple H is on the job, trying to, give people a chance that didn't really get a chance under him.
Right. And speaking of giving people a chance, now I've got, fucking SoundCloud country artist Baron Corbin out here. He looks like he's a guy that's on tour with Jelly Roll.
It's Skid Rock. Let's go.
Right. But yeah, no, I hear voices. You had a whole French crowd sing that fucking song in English to where people got goddamn chills over it. That's iconic with Randy Orton.
Yeah.
You can still go with the, hey, nothing you can say, nothing gonna take my mind today. All that
doesn't hit quite the same.
No,
humble opinion. Just something, even with just the way that song opens, it hits right away. Carries through, kind of sums him up in a perfect way. Just a bit more of a heater on that one. The chat said they're only 54% of the votes going to voices, so tight race.
There you go.
Bum 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 bum. But Lowo talking to Aldis, Legato, right. Yeah, the other Lowo.
Yeah. Rascals right now in control, tagging a Trey, working over Macklin right now.
And in the morning, we're making waffles. only if Drew wins.
Well, I mean, it's gonna be brunch with the boys. You got to have your waffles, your pancakes, your flapjacks, your sausages, your bacons, all of that, and everything. But yeah, no, the table might get flipped if Drew don't win.
Yeah, you can't come to a brunch without bringing the bacon, folks. It's just a rule.
Facts. Going back to that is, again, now I've got Drew on my screen, so it's just triggering this whole conversation this whole time. This is going to be, like, I think the most contested, especially between you and I, the most I think we're clearly on one side of the fence or the other. And either way, like, we respectfully can see where the other one's going with this, but like, nah, you're fucking wrong.
Right? 61%. All right, we're going to close that one up. So Voices gets the slight edge. I'm watching it on TNA Plus. I'm watching it on Triller.
Right.
Burning my light.
Oh, what the fuck was that? That wasn't even close to ever getting successful. The standing moonsault from Trey Miguel to where he gets pushed into it, but he's clearly going to hit him in the knees.
Right. All this looking a little Trekkie tonight. I see what you're saying. Maybe he's retiring. He rocking the powder blue tonight.
Oh, God.
As the Rascals are flying right now. Good match to start this one off, Nick.
Right.
Mike Santana. And man, it's funny. Two guys, former tag team specialists, if you will, turned very successful singles.
Yeah, and again, still interesting you have a lot of your top singlesy guys involved in matches that aren't towards your top singles titles. You've got Gresham and Callahan in a pre-show match that was all out there for a fucking, vid test there of, we just got to swab you. And then now you've got Mike Santana, who should be contending for your world title with Macklin, a former world champion, taking on a strictly tag team. Like, I'm not against it, but it's like, what are you doing with some of these like top singles guys here?
Well, yeah, I mean, again, it's funny, but here's the 1, 2, 3. Rascals taken out pretty clean.
As they should have, again, like I said, of my two top singles guys here.
Yeah. And then, you know what? The question for me going into this one was, could they get along? And they pulled it off.
But is that a played out goddamn trope in pro wrestling of, well, how will they coexist?
Yeah, that's not played out. It's a tale as old as time.
Yeah, but when it's done as frequent as it seems to be, it kind of just becomes a little
Because it works,
passé.
man. Because it's what it is. Yeah, I don't think it's played out by any stretch. I mean, again, it's a good way to. I mean, it's just you're right. It's been done a lot, but it's one of those staples. As they're kind of jawing at each other now. Which Triple H theme is your favorite? Mine is My Time. I always thought
Yeah,
that.
facts.
Really nice.
Oh, 100%. I used to bang that shit. Pause. That's 100% one of those of you. We're all wrestling fans, and it's still one of those you have a like a wrestling theme playlist and everything as you play. 100%. You know, you let the music keep playing, Mr. Dumb Shit, and everything was absolutely on there. Best intro, best Titantron, best theme. That's peak Triple H. I feel like
turn the generation people into water spitters.
Well, in fact, everybody does that in the shower. Keep it a bug.
Right.
Male, female, this, that, or the third. If you're in the shower and everything, at one time or another, you sit there and just on a random moment, just
the funny time is when you do that and there's someone in the shower with you. You're like, what the fuck?
That's when you do the mist spot. Mist.
Motherfucker. My favorite's got to be My Time. There you go. I always wanted him to use Hail to the King by Ace Avenged Sevenfold. I love the jam, and they used it for one of his video packages, which I mean felt like a nice compromise. But I mean, once he went, because of his relationship with Motorhead, I mean, he wasn't going to leave King of Kings once he kind of went down that path.
It is King of Kings between King of Kings, the game, and My Time, is King of Kings the worst one?
I think so.
Yeah, I think that would be number 3.
So we are getting the QR code now. I know a lot of people know there's a new QR code out, but the reckoning is upon us, my guy.
Yeah, well, that's, by the way, again, if you haven't joined the Discord, join it. The link's already at the top of the chat and everything like that. But yeah, I at least shared the last visual that's out there to where it says literally 6/17/24. You will behold what we have become, and top of the collection of all the little clues from like the therapy sessions and all of that. And that's really the nail in the coffin of do not miss Monday Night Raw this week. I'm telling you right now, you are going to be sad, disappointed, upset with yourself if you miss Monday Night Raw this week.
And I mean, again, listen, whether you love or hate this stuff, or whether you are pro Howdy, not, or for Howdy, it doesn't really matter. You have to give them a little bit of kudos, at least, at how ridiculously intricate and nonsensical all of this is. But then as you move forward, you look back and go, that connects to this connects to that. It was weird at the time, but now you got to give them at least the marks for carrying this on. Some say for too long, but I mean, the fact that they could carry it this long, I mean, I got to give them their flowers for how fucking detailed all this was.
I don't know if it's just me or the vitamins, but I was almost like, you could just replace us into that of how weird it was at one point, and then they just carried on, and they started to hear it, and connected on the back end and everything. It was like, so I kind of can't hate on it. It's as us to an extent, but yeah. No, 100%. I think that this, as I was someone that was initially fully kind of against the idea, to be where I'm at now with how I view it, I think they've done a phenomenal job. They've got me in hook, line, and sinker to where I'm more getting upset of that I haven't gotten it already. I'm getting impatient with it. So I think it's been fantastic. And I'm now really curious to see, because this is all just the lead up. This is all just the teaser. This is all just the trailer. I want to see what they actually deliver.
100%. Now, we got DIY. Anyway, we got DIY out here on the Waller Effect. And I did have Matt Hardy biting the screen.
Yeah.
PCO Rick Swann up next. Interesting. Don't you feel like that was the pre-show match? That's the trade?
Yeah, 100%. Well, is it because AJ Francis? Like, I know we've had our fun, our laugh at Top Dollar, Flop Dollar, and everything like that, but he seems to be becoming like one of the guys in TNA.
He's finding a groove, and I know we razzed him for a while, but we got to give credit where credit's due. He, as long as he stops kind of rapping, I think overall we're okay with him. I think
still make me listen to you rap, and we're good.
Yeah, and I think at the end of the day, that's one of the biggest benefits of a place like TNA. A guy that doesn't really want to go to developmental is already kind of a pro, at least in his head. It gives him a chance to go in there and hone his skills. We saw, Heath and Brian Myers and person after person who just couldn't find a place in WWE make a home.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing is, as much as we've both taken the piss out of him and everything like that, I do like that he's found a place that he can kind of call home. He can be kind of a guy there, everything. Like, even if he went to AEW or something, I think he would have gotten completely lost there. Like, here in TNA, he's still able to not exactly be the guy, but he's still one of the upper guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Waller's pissed off that they played a replay. Oh,
that was AI. That was AI.
Right? They're trying to turn the douche canoes on each other. Folks,
well, there was already the tension before that because you saw it, and you even see it on Austin Theory's face right now. Every time he's still kind of just eyeing him and giving that side
right.
eye. Motherfucker, I wish you would. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm cheering for Austin Theory and AJ Francis at the same time right now in this space and time. I'm kind of like, what is this world of pro wrestling?
Right? It's insane.
I hate Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano because they become plain as shit, but I'm a supporter of AJ Francis. What?
I'm actually, part of me is like, no, leave the belts on Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. Don't give it to DIY. What? Okay.
Well, yeah, just anytime soon. Yeah.
What do you say? So is this match added? Will this match be added to tomorrow? Added to tomorrow.
We shall see. We shall see. I can.
Ooh, a place like Glasgow. He just called Glasgow a hole. Oh, by the way, did you see Waller had to put an apology?
No.
He apologized. What did he say? That the women of Scotland remind him of Shrek, and then had to say sorry. I was like, oh, that's a heel doing heel shit.
Right. Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. As now we've got just random B-roll spooky footage on Against All Odds.
Yes. I think we're going, yeah.
Bro, this looks like gameplay footage. Like, literally, this is completely AI or gameplay.
Right.
Oh, it's for PCO, but Gargano out here talking about to theory of you and I, we go way, way back. Way back because of the way.
Oh wow, Gargano trying to
just get snuffed for his fucking business there by Grayson Waller. Why wasn't Kushida one of the doctors out here rising PCO from the grave and everything like that?
Right. And Theory says, keep my wife's name out of your motherfucking mouth.
Oh, and that's how you're going to get this there because Theory got shoved into the way of the super kick from Johnny Gargano after he was trying to talk nice to him.
Oh, and then Waller got out of the way of the knee. Sorry, not Waller. Theory taking all the bullets.
We're getting a revinsectomy.
Theory taking all the bumps.
We're getting a babyface turn for Austin Theory, and that's kind of crazy to me to think.
That'd be very intriguing.
Speaking of very intriguing, we got 120 people as I've got PCO versus Richard Swan, the Swan Man. on my
Get
screen.
those predictions in. Get those predictions in.
I want to talk about this. Big Mike saying no McGregor fight, abdominal injury.
This shit is crazy. Like, it's been all over the map. He missed the press. He missed the presser. Then he wasn't coming. Then he isn't fighting. Like, I think, is it just him fucking around, or we finally put it on the show?
McGregor has more money than he knows what to fucking do
So then
with.
just say it.
He's out here of I don't give a fuck.
Right, but then just say it. Get out of the way.
But guess what? I get clicks, I get buys, I get revenue, I get attention every time somebody mentions my motherfucking name. So yeah, I'm going to keep it going to where my name stays relevant. I'm honestly at this point, I'm glad I've seen McGregor fight live twice, I believe, because those are probably going to be the only fights that we ever see of Conor McGregor in the UFC.
Right.
The Profits out here consoling Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens invited to the cookout.
Right.
Well, I kind of just personally laugh of Alvarez's. I thought it was just a personal cookout that they did on the NXT shows for the fans. Oh, you white motherfucker.
Oh, Alvarez. As here comes Santos Escobar. One fall.
What is it with the women in Scotland out here of having to be painted in their fucking outfits? Like Elektra Lopez is goddamn Mystique out here. She's Spanish, Hispanic Mystique with this goddamn outfit.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it. Overruled. But we're getting Apollo Crews versus Santos Escobar. We've got Richard Swan versus PCO.
How are people voting on that one? PCO or Richard Swan?
Please say Kevin Owens is calling out the bloodline. Kevin Owens has the worst goddamn luck with the bloodline. That would be the last people I would want to call out. He always manages. Right. He's great against everybody else. When it comes to them Samoans, he gets his ass handed to him every time.
Yeah, I mean, you think he would just stay away at some point, but yeah, we know Kevin, and I fully expect, that's going to be the continuation. The curious part is, will Randy continue to kind of help him out? I mean, highly likely.
Well, and I'll ask you because I don't think we've talked about it. How do you feel about we're getting the Huey, Dewey, and Louie with the Tongans there? We're getting Tama Tonga, we're getting Tongaloa, and we're getting Tala Tonga. Dude, in case you didn't know that he was taller than the other Tongas.
Dude, I indulge in way too many vitamins to be able to call those matches when it shows up time to do so. Tama and
Tongan with the Tongan.
Oh, this is killing me, Smalls.
I'm glad to see that Hikuleo is coming over. And everything. I understand that I believe it's around his middle name and everything, but it's like differentiate between the fucking three. God damn it! Outside of just they're tall, like I said, it's Huey, Dewey, and Louie at this point.
Mm-hmm. But I've said before, Nick, like, so what? Like, I think someone else said it about. Was it Mission? One of them. It was like, oh, but that means, and I'm like, yeah, but if it doesn't pass like the marquee test, pick a different name. Like, I don't care what it is. It's my middle name or it's my sister's name. Pick something else. Pick something else.
Right. Oh, as AJ taking out PCO here. I like this from Big Mike. Tongue-tied Tongans. That's their trio's name.
Right.
And I get there are the Gorillas of Destiny and everything like that, but that's the thing. I don't know if you could use that name.
I don't think
because of New Japan. So you now got to go with this whole hybrid. Like WWE always has this terrible problem when they like rename superstars.
Doesn't go well.
You just pick like kind of the shittest name. Like how long they had to redo Gunther's name because they're like, that's not a name we should pick because what it's attached to. So yeah.
Right. And it just seems so ironic that the guy comes in and he's 6'8", and they're like, "You will be Tola Tonga."
You are the Tala Tonga.
Like, really? All right, I guess.
I'm waiting for shorter Tonga. Now we've gotten Tala Tonga. Now I want shorter
that,
Tonga.
That's what they should have called Tongaleo.
Tonga.
Little Tonga.
The Tonga. Oh, God.
The Viking experience. Fact.
Yeah, that's terrible.
That's a good piece of evidence right there, Sam.
That's part of why I'm over Eric and Ivar. They've had so many goddamn name changes and everything. So many repackages. It's like, I don't give a shit anymore.
Right. 78% of the chat voting for PCO tonight. Makes sense.
Well, he picked up the win and he cannot die. So there you go.
Right.
I know it's a gimmick, but this man's starting to literally look like the top of his forehead's like fucking stapled to the rest of his fucking forehead.
Mm-hmm. What tangled web we weave. I'm waiting for Tiny Tonga. Just
Micro Tonga.
Right. How long has Luce's reign been?
Moving on.
Tubatonga, Fatatonga. That's what they're bringing
Tonga.
They're bringing in Juicy Fatu, and they're going to call him Tubby Tonga.
Oh, God. Well, JV put this out there, so I'll give him credit in our Discord and everything, of if you got like Roman versus Jacob just on the side, and then you also got Haku and his, kids versus Rikishi and his 3 kids.
A second QR code.
Okay.
I did not
they showed the countdown. I saw them show at least the countdown.
So the countdown is definitely in full effect. It's definitely a thing. Blair Davenport having some words with Naomi.
Right.
Interesting. So I don't know. I didn't know if people were getting the information from 1 or 2 or two QR
There you
codes.
go.
Oh shit!
Piper takes out both them. As I've also got Steph D. Lander with a note that looks very much like the notes you pulled out there, saying PCO, we or no?
We're gonna get married. We're gonna have a Frankenstein fucking wedding on TNA. Maybe at the Matt Hardy compound.
Vance Warner's gonna have some things to say about that.
Right. Santos still in the ring. But yeah, so just pulled this up real quick. But so again, a lot of the same stuff, but do you want to meet them? We all know that. A lot of people talking about what is under or in this scribble. Obviously a picture. A lot of people were equating that to either Nikki or I think Nikki. I think. Then there's this where at least the one people were connecting to the bird. Is that Rambling Rabbit in a weird fashion?
I like how they can just do fucking scribbles on a piece of whiteboard and everyone's like, oh my God, what does it mean? I wish I could do that shit.
Yeah, I mean, again,
this one to me is the most clearing, telling one of we've got the white rabbit right there.
Right.
Like we've watched enough of that. Christ, we used it in even our own graphics of that specific goddamn rabbit. He's been shared around more than Bugs Bunny, I feel.
That slutty rabbit.
God damn it.
But yeah, no, I mean, again, very, very blatant. And again, this is kind of what we anticipated. We talked about, or at least from my viewpoint of, where at this point, you start really making the clues kind of obvious and glaring to where we're going.
100%. Like I said, they've now made Monday Night Raw. If you can't miss it, you're a bad wrestling fan if you're not watching Monday Night Raw. And I'm not even saying you're a bad wrestling fan if you're not watching it with us. You're just an extra bad wrestling fan.
How long before the first Jericho skid mark points out that he did the gimmick first, the countdown gimmick first?
As soon as I give a fuck, and that'll be few and far between. Speaking of which, let me go see if I can find one real quick.
There you go. Nick taking a pause for the cause. I got Santos and Apollo in the match. I'm not taking a prediction because I know some of you are cheaters out there. We are also watching Against All Odds, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, get in that chat, be a friend, tell a friend. If you are watching right now, take our link, share it with all your people, and let's see if we can get up to 150 here tonight on a Feel Good Friday. We are back tomorrow morning, 11:45 a.m. for Clash at the Castle. Big Nick and I, wake and bake, brunch with the boys. Call it what you will. It's going to be a fun one. And let's see. As we are about to get the tag match between the Nemeth brothers and the tag champs. As I got, oh, wow, Corbin's out here beating up. There you go, Baron Corbin helping Apollo. Interesting. Thomas' brother will be called Talatonga. Yeah, RM girl. We were just kind of laughing about it. The guy who's 6'8" gets to be the Talatonga. Again, I mean, is that obvious? Cruz with big press slam. Standing moonsault. Santos kicks out. But Baron Corbin has come out to help Apollo Crews. Wonderful. Kate D-Lander in the ring. I don't have D-Lander in the ring. Would Haku versus Rikishi be Samoan Civil War? Or kind of Island Warfare technically. Under the WWE umbrella, it would be Samoan Warfare. Tricks are for kids. Let's go. That's why he's on NXT. Look at the Grudge. Hey, what's up, Mike? How you doing? Clay, welcome back. Big Dog. Sounds like the bloodline has a Tonga line. Oh, it was lame enough to be funny, Big Dog. Lame enough to be funny. As right now I am in commercial break on SmackDown. And we are about to get a tag title match here on TNA Against All Odds. The Ziggler brothers are coming out to the ring. They're going to take on the System. Who won PCO match? Somebody help me out. I don't. Was PCO won, right? Did PCO win? PCO's getting married. That's all I know. I'm looking forward to the Broken Rules match between Moose and Matt Hardy. Main event should be very interesting. We'll see how it goes. Steve G, are you picking Priest or McIntyre? Been very vocal about this. I'm taking Priest. My guess is that Priest will fight Gunther later in, it was PCO. Thank you for the reminder. My guess, Steve G, is that it's going to be Priest. Nick thinks it's going to be McIntyre, and we will find out tomorrow. Actually, just for fun, because I haven't done it in a while. I think on Thursday it was 80%. But let's see if anyone's changed their mind or a different group of opinions are in the house tonight. But I'm just curious. All right, let's see how everyone feels tonight. PCO won. That's right. There we go. PCO's getting married. He's a big winner. The whole romance with Steph D-Lander. Now, we will take your predictions on this match, folks. Who are you taking? The Nemeth brothers. That is Dolph Ziggler and his brother taking on the System. New tag champs. It's possible. The System going to have a bad night, maybe. So what's her name is going to go on a date with PCO. PCO won the match and got a hot date. Yeah, he winning all around, man. For a Frankenstein, the man pulling it out. It's that Canadian charm, just go. As here comes Alicia, Brian, and Eddie. The bride of Canadian Frankenstein. There you go, Ronan. What are we thinking about Corbin being involved with Apollo Crews? Interesting. I did not expect that. The System wins. Fair enough. If Drew comes out to Broken Dreams, Drew wins. All right, Christopher. I like it. The music, the entrance indicates the winner. I'll take it. It's as good as a good reason as any. Long hair. Fair enough. I honestly don't know who will win. It doesn't feel predictable. I feel 50-50 between Priest and Drew. I like wrestling like that. Boston, I don't disagree at all, man. That's the fun part of this. And that's what I said earlier. Like, the fact that you can debate it with your friends, no different than what team's better, what fighter's better. It's that sports vibe of, you can completely divide the opinion on it. And again, if they make it make sense, then the match is good. We're good to go no matter what direction we go in. Works perfectly. I'm fine with it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know the outcome. I gave my reasoning as far as booking and looking down the road. Nick gave his. Well, we'll see. I mean, it's a very, like we see it in the chat. Like, I mean, again, a very split chat. 52% Priest. Now we're 50-50. Interesting. Turn Corbin face is different. We'll see how it plays out. Little surprising. I mean, Corbin did good as a face with Braun Breaker for a very short time, kind of being the asshole-ish, playful baby faces. It wasn't terrible. I agree. Priest wins due to Punk. Yeah, that's definitely where I'm leaning on it. I really think that there's a story to be told there. And in my head, it's just, it doesn't require the title. I think they're going to do it without the title. And I think it gives a chance for Gunther to take a run at Damian. I just think if Drew fights Gunther, Drew loses, and it doesn't help Drew. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Drew beats Gunther. I don't know, though. That's a tough show. If Drew wrestled Gunther, who would win? Let me know. I love Frankenstein wedding this time of year. It's wedding season. You motorboat son of a Priest wins. Blaze, good to see ya. Again, if AJ Styles loses the I Quit match to Cody Rhodes at Clash of the Castle, he will be humiliated like Batista and JBL. Saying I quit's never fun. Michael Cole asked AJ today, if you say I quit, then what's next? And the Scottish crowd chanted TNA at the top of their lungs. As Apollo hits a big knee, both men down. A bit of a golf clap from the crowd. You either have to have a mullet and a mustache or be a re-alived corpse to be attractive. Noted. You need nuts in your neck, bro. You think about it. Pause. If Punk gets involved again to favor Priest, he's pretty weak champ, in my opinion. But if Drew beats Priest, he only holds it for 2 months. So it's a tough position. So yeah, see Money, Boston, Nick, everyone. There, you can slice it every direction. And it's not like, again, if Punk does cost him again and further that story, it makes sense, works. If Drew beats him, makes sense, they got to make it work. We'll see how it plays out. And again, there's caveats to it all. Does Punk win Money in the Bank? Then you get Drew versus Gunther, but CM Punk cashes in the Money in the Bank, makes a triple threat, or waits for, imagine Drew wins against Gunther and CM Punk cashes in on him. Tell me that wouldn't be, that kind of has a ring to it. They make him fight a third time in Hell in a Cell. Santos with a roll up. And there you go. 1, 2, 3. Thanks to Legato and Elektra Lopez, who looks electric. Namath Boys for the win. Yes, Brian Myers is in control right now of Dolph. Batista was injured and had an upcoming future in Hollywood. Okay. Ryan and Nick Nemeth for the win. Thank you. Realived corpse. Is this Tim Brick? Yes, yes. That's what it feels like, at least with what we're watching. This is a hard call. This is a hard one to call since I think Nick will challenge Moose at Slammiversary. That was what held me up on this prediction, Kyle, is that it feels like they were building towards Dolph. And then part of me wondered if Jeff showed up, would you go Jeff versus the System and then Dolph versus Moose? So TNA, kind of like what we were saying with WWE, have us guessing a little bit. That's why I have Priest win if I'm booking it, but with the Judgment Day. But Judgment Day can. Oh, you're saying the somehow. The sneaky. I mean, again, it wouldn't be the first time a ban from ringside ploy was worked out, a referee bump, and they come out and help. So I shouldn't rule it out completely, in all fairness. But I feel like the ban from ringside stipulation sets up somebody not banned from ringside to help. The newest member of the Judgment Day, Tala Tonga. No, I'm fucking with y'all. Corbin should just be himself, and he will win over the crowd. Yeah, it'd be very interesting with Corbin because he's been a bit of a floundering guy. I don't think he's bad. I think he was a good heel. I think I'm in the minority when I say that I liked GM Corbin. I feel like he got heat from people, like he was legitimately making the decisions, not just representing the voice of the decisions. But yeah, I mean, now he's a little more of a vet. We saw a good run in NXT as far as helping people out. One of the reasons why Braun Breaker kind of found a groove was working with Corbin. So we'll see. As right now on SmackDown, we are getting a video package for Cody and AJ, the build to the match. Anyone surprised if you missed it today? Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles brought up, or Cody did anyway, the Bullet Club, going back to the OGs. Again, it's a really cool thing in WWE in 2024 that they're just comfortably name dropping things that would never be said before. AJ is going to lose. Cody not losing the belt that quickly. Speaking of quickly.
And bringing up things we shouldn't say. But yeah, it's really interesting that it shows clearly that it's a new era of we're openly going to mention stuff that's outside of the company.
Yeah. And the Bullet Club got a big pop when they brought him up. The crowd was like, yeah, we know them.
The Bullet Club was over. I will say was, because at this point it is no longer, but it was.
No, it was a big fucking deal. Like, I remember my younger brother brought it to my attention, and he was just like, you got to see this. And it just got...
Does AEW not exist if the Bullet Club wasn't as big as it was?
That was a big part of it because, they were...
The Elite doesn't exist if it wasn't for their part of the Bullet Club and everything like that. For the Bullet Club,
yeah, but you remember all the talk about how over they were and like how they were killing the T-shirt sales at Hot Topic, but people were buying a cool T-shirt. A lot of people didn't know it was a wrestling T-shirt, which a great hustle, by the way. But again, they use that as part of like, look how big we are, look how big this is. If we can just, nice to meet you, Tony. If we just had your support and your money, we could take this all the way. And that's where I think he backed the wrong Bullet members, right? All the good Bullet members are on the other show.
That's literally
one.
Think about it. Cody, AJ, Tonga. Yeah, the OC. Grace, the only people he hasn't gotten to is Bad Luck Fale at this point, I feel. But I mean,
no, they did get Jay White. They did get a couple.
Kenny.
But we got Finn. Kenny's the other one. But we got
Kenny and Jay White are the only two good ones. And notice how they castrated Jay White initially out the gate.
Poor Jay White. AJ to TNA. It was great. AJ. That was the funniest thing. Michael Cole, what would you do if you quit this match? And the whole crowd instantly, without missing a beat, TNA.
And I think it's going to happen. I think 100%. And you kind of halfway touched on it, and I think that's even part of what made me want to like rush back of, has pro wrestling felt the most like sport ever than it does right now, or a recent memory? I won't say ever. I'll say a recent memory of to where we're having free agent discussions. We literally are watching matches, and like you said, of it's to where you can make a side for any case, and it becomes that literally of like, no, go my team, fuck your team, and they both make sense if they win and everything, and you can stack it out and lay it out for advantages and disadvantages, what have you. So it's felt the most like a show and a sport, especially recently.
Yeah, and I feel like we're getting a good amount of, like I said earlier, but like the debating of the winners and like people see if people online, and here's my KJ tip of the week. Like if people
Thanks guys.
Under the the KJ tree, let's go.
Right.
If people could understand that like you can have opposing opinions without hating each other, without absolutely melting down. And I mean, you talked about this earlier in the week, that people that just completely shit on the legend that is the Undertaker for not, and the clickbaiter motherfuckers out there that ran it, but Undertaker, a legend, a guy that earned every wrestling opinion allowed, and the vileness. We're allowed to have differences of opinions, and if me and you debating stuff, the fans debating stuff, it's good. You like revel in it, not to steal from Howdy and Bray, but become a part of it. Be okay with the debate. You don't That's why we have the Wrestling Utopia. I'm just rambling at this point.
Well, no, that I was gonna say. Literally, I was like, that's why. Literally, what you and I are for the most part of it's mom and dad are fighting, and half the time to can chat and everything like that.
Oh, cheers, Andrade in the crowd. But yeah, you're 100% right, Nick.
But that's what it is of us still going back and forth at it and having out and outright arguments and everything. Most slept on. We need that shirt on our fucking merch store. What is this? Just like the tag team showcase?
Yeah, it is,
bro. Fucking blonde, Pretty Deadly out here doing his best Matt Jackson impression with the fucking pearls and everything.
Is this a school for ants?
Right.
No, 100%. I laughed. I find it very interesting. Wade Barrett says, keep an eye on Cedric and Adonis. He goes, keep an eye on these two. Like, all right. Drip's trying to pull off that tag team division, bro.
Well, I don't know. Well, we were pretty high. There was a good push and a good bit of momentum behind Pretty Deadly until they just kept getting injured every week.
Yeah.
Yes, boy.
Yes, boy. Ridiculous. See, this is one thing I in my head that when we talk about Jericho and all the hatred I have for him, at least I know others do too, but my visceral hatred, like Pretty Deadly is the example of they came in campy, stupid, playing the nonsense. So you accept them for that, right? They're like fucking the fashion police. Like we accept them for being that. Jericho's not doing that. Jericho was reactive and trying to do that. And I heard the biggest AEW thumper I know today shitting all over the Jericho stuff. And that's how I know Tony really has to consider a direction change. Because even like the hardcore AEW fans are like, what the fuck, guy? What are you doing?
Oh no, you're just getting the cultists fighting the cultists. But yeah, as I've got Cody Raheem Rhodes coming out right now.
Whoa.
Please, what up for the World Championship? What? John saying something to Trey. GV up.
You clicked the wrong one. I was like, where is it?
Sorry. You also have hands too, sir.
I find it. I was like, where is different spot. We got the match rolling on here. Moose is at ringside for the tag match here, trying to help the system.
Well, he just ate a crossbody from good old Zigglypuff there.
So it feels like they are setting up Zigglypuff, Nick. Does that not impact kind of how all this plays out now?
Pun intended. I think you could fucking three-way dance your shit into this all the way you want. I feel if we were going to do something super prominent with Zigglypuff, then we should have done it when he first showed up instead of now we're going to let that time lapse and pass and then we'll do something. Like, I'm all for being patient, but sometimes if you strike when the iron's hot, it's a little too cold to strike a second time.
Yeah. Did Fandango just join the system? Did Dirty Dango just join the system?
Perhaps. He looks like fucking Cabana Boy out here.
What do you
want? Literally just looks like he woke up like a home intruder just broke into his home.
Oh, they're hugging it out. So Dirty Dango joining the system?
Interesting and awkward at the same time.
Moose not having it. Or Moose not totally in.
But so the system retains. So far, could it be though that Moose drops the biggest title and that starts the biggest fissure, the biggest crack amongst the system here?
Not to Matt Hardy.
They just stay dominant the whole time.
They're going to set up
Bloodline 2.0.
He might drop it to our bud, Ziggler at Slammiversary if I'm a betting man.
But why didn't you do it to begin with?
Well, I mean, they had the rivalry going. Like, I think it's built nicely, and they're building it towards their biggest show of the year. I think they've done it really well. Cody Rhodes.
Adrenaline in my soul. Something, Cody Rhodes. Again, that's still one of the biggest things I love with it. Sorry.
The crowd is going bananas.
But that's what I love with the foreign crowds is you get the fucking soccer hooligan chants and cheers and shit like that.
Right. All right, I'm going to bounce and be right back.
Fair enough. As KJ's taking a pause for the cause, I've got Cody still out here cutting a promo, as I've got ABC out here spitting that 1, 2, 3 as well. Nemeth Bros lost, not won. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Cody Rhodes is having a good campaign year at France. He won the presidential. Christian, wrestling is not as real as you think it is. I guess I'll say with that. I'm talking about he's winning the presidential campaign. As we're showing Jordan Grace getting stitched up. Like, did she come fresh from NXT to this fucking show here? Because she's got the same gear on, everything. They're just now stitching her up. Oh, man, by the way, is very much flexing and making sure to get the NFL patch on his fucking shit into the frame here. But AJ coming out confronting Cody right now with the Good Brothers by his side as well. And that's going to be the interesting thing with this, with the I Quit match, with Mama Rhodes being there. Does she get used as a ploy, as a decoy? Does she get, really kind of, do we get she's getting, kidnapped by the Good Brothers that sets up, Cody to have to say I quit here? Because outside of this, I think it's clear cut, obvious. AJ Styles is saying I quit. Now, does he quit and go to TNA? I think that's highly likely, and I'd really enjoy it, but we'll see. As I'm getting Kazarian coming out right now, so we're getting Kazarian versus Joe Hendry, as I'm getting Cody cutting a promo to AJ in the entranceway right now here. We're in the campaign year. Ever heard of Equal Time? Christian, ever heard of Making Sense? Respectfully, my guy. I guess I know we're in a campaign here in the U.S., but I don't think Cody's trying to run for president. The only wrestler that's probably ever trying to run for president is fucking Dwayne. I think the bloodline helps AJ win. Interesting. I would see more. I don't know where the bloodline gets involved in this, as they've got a live and loud, so they've got a decimal meter. Hey, I kind of dig that, especially after when they were in France for Backlash, of how they sat there and got noise complaints and got told to, can you keep it down for the live show? And now we've got a decibel counter. So you're encouraging the audience to get louder, but you're showing how impactful and how passionate the crowd is here. Which, by the way, there was someone like all week in the chat that's like, they're going to struggle to sell tickets for fucking Smackdown in Scotland. I'd like to say that they've damn near sold the place out, if I stand corrected here. But I've got Joe Hendry right now in the ring, and I've got AJ and Cody with the crowd going crazy, and I don't know which one to pay attention to. I'm developing the iguana eyes right now. Christian's letting you know he's voting for Cody Rhodes for president. Well, when he starts to run, I'm sure you'll be the first to know. The Rock brought back all the fuels. I'm not sure what we're going on about. One of the best votes I've ever seen live was The Rock whooping Cody. Fair enough. As you can't even hear AJ cut a promo right now, because the crowd is just singing about Cody Rhodes over top of him. Two Georgia boys are fighting for the championship before Clash of the Castle. Valid. Interesting. Fair enough. Yeah. Now, where do we see, does I Quit match go on first? Does it go on second to last? Because I think I'm going to go on record and say when Drew wins the title at Clash, that needs to be your closing moment. That's your end of the show, your go home moment. And then maybe even afterwards, you could have some tomfoolery with CM Punk. But either way, Drew leaving Clash as your world champions, your go home moment. So I'm interested to see where they slide the I Quit match into this, because there's going to be a lot of action and a lot of extracurriculars and everything, because it's been a long time since WWE's done an actual I Quit match. Drew ain't winning. He's a truser. You're saying Drew earns 100% this guy's winning. If they put him into the Scottish Hall of Fame for pro wrestling, they have literally done everything that to me sounds like and seems like a thank you letter of, you've been with us this whole time. You didn't get your moment of winning at WrestleMania in front of a crowd and everything like that. And the last time you won it, you sat there and lost it within, 5 minutes at most and everything. So you've been so much of I can hate to say it, but a company guy, but you've done right enough by us. You very much, we're going to do right by you and have the huge moment, have Drew win the belt in Scotland. And that instantly solidifies, I think, the entire man's career, damn near, almost. Not to fully wax poetic, as I'm underway with Joe Hendry versus Kazarian right now. So let me know who you're taking as Cody fired up at AJ here. Dad from Spy Kids. Sure. Reference. Mark Henry. That was last week. Mike. Was trying to go to TNA. No luck on the tickets. Well, my bad. Well, yeah, I believe it's, sold out in Chicago. The phenomenal one has become a resentful coward, says Cody Rhodes. Antonio Banderas. How did we get onto this? Where did we go from here with this, Chaz? As I kind of don't mind this at all from AJ out here of saying, you see how natural it is for you to say those words, I quit. This is going to go to where he's going to mention about how he quit another company, what have you. He quit WWE before. But again, we instantly go to AJ with the Dom Mysterio situation. I swear they probably turn his mic down a little bit, but all you can hear is the goddamn crowd right now. Joe for the win. Yeah, I think 100% Joe Hendry wins this one. How would you book AJ saying I quit? Oh, that's a really good question. I want to give an answer. I'll save that. I'll give you a star just so I can pull that back up and everything. Because I want to see when KJ comes back of commercial break. That's a really interesting way, because I think it's a foregone conclusion that he does, but how we get there is going to be interesting. So that's a really good question. Joe Hendry for the win. A debate on personal. All right, Christian. Thanks, guys. NXT will say his name and he will appear in the 25-man battle royal on Tuesday. Absolutely. I feel Joe Hendry 100% is at least showing up in that battle royal, if not wins it. Joe Hendry versus Trick. I think, again, it's going to be interesting, I think, of note of who WWE brings in from TNA in the kind of crossover, co-promotion here, because I think those are people that they're eyeing to sign, that they're eyeing to have on their roster exclusively, a la the deal that AEW's kind of had with New Japan, of everybody that they really kind of booked during the first couple of years now works for AEW. As now we're getting the Profits getting interviewed backstage out here. Oh, as we're asking about them getting involved in the Bloodline's business, and right as BFAB starts talking about the Bloodline appears, speak about them, and they show up as they're just stomping out the Street Profits here as Guerrillas of Destiny. Yeah, no Heyman, no Solo. It's literally just Gorillas of Destiny out here and you know, the black button ups just stomping there's Solo. Just stomping everybody out here. Bro, absolutely, absolutely. AJ beats him to a pulp where Brandy throws a towel. That way you have Cody lose and you protect him and you set the chase, which is better. I don't think that. I don't think that, honestly. I could see to where AJ wins. That's maybe number 2, maybe number 3 of how you would do it. I still think it's a big gamble even to have Cody lose it at this point, at this time, this way. I think Mama Rhodes, maybe Brandy Rhodes. I mean, that part's maybe not a bad shout, but yeah. I think I'm more interested of how they maybe do like a send-off potentially with AJ, because I think with him saying I quit, he's either going to a different brand or he's going to TNA, because you kind of, I feel like at least on the SmackDown that they've currently presented, this version of AJ Styles has been ran into the ground. So you need to do something else with him that's going to really kind of revitalize it, bring it back to life here. Maybe a title wins that, but then we clearly get the triple threat that, or the third act of this whole story that 100% ends up with Cody winning. So you will get a 2-month AJ title reign, and you get, you know, he goes to TNA and has a huge run. You've set up to where you could have Christ potentially Moose versus AJ Styles for the TNA Championship. Let's go. But I will remind everybody, as I'm in commercial break right now on Friday Night SmackDown, and I'm in the middle of Joe Hendry versus Kazarian with a small package from Kazarian for a 2 count, that we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We do this for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling, often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. And we're back at it like a jackrabbit tomorrow for Clash of the Castle, Brunch with the Boys 10, I believe, allegedly. If I'm wrong, don't hold me accountable, hold KJ accountable. But we will be here live at 11:45, going all the way through the pre-show, all the way through the pay-per-view, the premium live event for the difference, Bully Ray. But absolutely, and you're going to see me and KJ. Somebody's going to be really happy by the end of that show, and someone's going to be really mad. And we don't know who's who because we've pitted against each side when it comes to, I assume, the main event here. But 100%. Absolutely, we cover more wrestling than anybody else does out there. Hi, my guy.
What's up? I have a theory. Ricochet wins Money in the Bank.
Interesting.
I don't. High thoughts with KJ. Yeah, no, I was just like, what if he came back? Like, what if Braun was going to win Money in the Bank, and that's when Ricochet returned?
I can see it. I'll say who I've heard kind of the front runner right now is Jay.
Yeah,
which is interesting to me. Because I don't know where he would win a world title, but I think it works because it's so unpredictable. If you could pick 10 names out of a hat,
yep,
and you could make a case probably still for all 10 names to fucking win it.
It's July 6th, man. Like, it's not far away. It's around the corner.
Fair enough.
As we got Shayna and Zoe talking about their match at Clash as Frankie beats Joe.
Because he's going to NXT.
I believe in Frankie E.
Well, and I mentioned this while you were on your pause of, I think people need to pay attention to who WWE NXT brings over for their kind of crossovers, their co-promotions. Because I think it's more of, how can we get to scout this talent without scouting this talent? And we'll bring you over, and we're doing this because we eventually want to sign you. Like, we start picking the bones apart here. Like AEW's done with New Japan. You're muted.
I muted myself so I didn't cough on screen. I think it's kind of a slightly different vibe than New Japan, because I think there's a belief from TNA that
Tiffany!
Tiffy time in Scotland. Oh, wait, let me move my hair for you, fellas.
Oh. Ho,
Everyone
ho,
was on to
ho, ho.
fighting. As Kazarian's still working over Joe, folks. And I see still over 100 people in this chat. If you
As
haven't clicked like yet, do so.
we've got Ace Steel in the ring in TNA because
Yes.
Ace Steel was the manager for Joe Hendry going into this match.
Yes. Wait for the Punk to TNA rumors to begin.
Well, he just got shoved by Kazarian, so we're going to see what that right hand really do.
Right. Queen Nia, pay y'all respects. Oh, she psychs out the kid.
Don't worry, we're going to see where John Cena tripped her up 3 times in this one segment between her and Mission backstage.
Yeah. It's slippery.
They were a splishing and a splashing, moving and a groove.
Right. Slippery when wet, folks. Slippery when wet.
Has instant tope, so we're on our way already with Mia Yim versus Nia Jax.
All right.
As up next on TNA, we're getting Mustafa Ali versus Trent Seven.
Yes, this Anthony said this could be the match of the night. So get in that chat. Who you taking, Mustafa Ali or Trent Seven? I think Mustafa is on a tear. And listen, I was one of the people that were a little bit skeptical of what Mustafa could accomplish. I knew he was going to be one of those guys that could give you a good match, but was there anything more to him? And he answered me emphatically. And give the man credit where credit is due. I was not the biggest Ali fan. This is great.
I think this is one of my favorite kind of a told you so, a fucking told you so, a fucking told you so moments in pro wrestling of this guy had it. You just needed to actually let him. Oh, Tiffany going flying. Someone there check on Tiffany.
Corey Graves, hey, get out of my lap.
Whoa.
Oh. Big elbow drop.
No, with Mustafa Ali, 100%. It was there. He just was railroaded by fucking terrible booking.
It's over. Nia with the win. And listen.
And definitive as shit, though, too. Like, walk through Mia Yim.
Well, a little distraction from Tiffany. But other than that, yeah. And she's been dominant. You can't be distracted against Nia. And I know, listen, our buddy Jim Cornette out there has been taking a lot of shots at Nia. Most of it's just kind of over the top mean to get a reaction. But him talking about her being a stiff worker and stuff, like, easy, Jim. You can't have it both ways. You want it like old-timey wrestling. Like, you wrestled some heavy hitters. And again, nobody's out there saying, oh, my God, she caved in. Oh, he almost killed her. Like, shut up. Like, it's a bit much. She's working just fine.
Absolutely. And this works great if you have her set up. So up next, we've got LA Knight crashing Logan Paul's. I was waiting for LA Knight to show up in the middle of him interviewing Trump, but that's just me.
Oh, my God. Big Trump interview?
You're a convicted felon? Yeah. 34 counts? Yeah.
Going to jail? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I wanted him to show up in the Tetris tournament just to get, give the Tetris tournament some love.
He sits there and just we didn't know LA Knight is a Tetris master. They just have their showdown.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Nia Jax 100% is great. And having her get a dominant win like this of the same person we were praising could have, should have, possibly would have won the NXT North American Women's Championship.
Yeah.
Out here getting squashed by Nia Jax because you've got to build her up. She's set up to have a title match at SummerSlam. You've got to establish that she's a dominant heel and a dominant wrestler.
She's been a force since she returned, and she works really well. And I mean, she even did good with as far as like when you're trying to build up somebody like Rhea Ripley. Rhea gets a big win over Nia, which a lot of people love booing. And she's done her job. She's come in and she's contributed. She's worked well. I have no issue with what she's brought to the table. I've heard in 3 years Tiffany is going to Hollywood. I think the 3-year part's a little conflated. I know she would love, and that's why people go to the WWE. because of the connections. She wouldn't be the first one to become a Hollywood star.
She'd, I think, be the first female.
Solid female, yeah.
Yeah. Solid female. Is there another female that you're thinking of?
Well, I mean, Paige did a couple movies. I mean, she's more known for her home
She
movies.
did a her movie that was straight from WWE studios and everything. That's like saying Triple H is a Hollywood actor because he did the fucking Chaperone. He was in a Blade movie.
Yeah, right? But that's kind of the same idea, right? But I guess she's more known for her home movies than her actual.
Oh, God. Shit. Walked into that one.
Only time will tell, Trey. Only time will tell.
But I'm taking Mustafa Ali.
I'm going to go with you. Yeah. Ali just seems like he's on a hot roll, and I think our buddy Damien said it in the chat. Ali Speedball Slammiversary.
Fair enough. I mean, that's a hell of a match right there. I liked how you said he's on a hot roll as I had an Arby's commercial. Talking about hamburgers and everything. I was like, man, it's making me hungry as shit right now.
Lita did a few TV appearances. So did Charlotte.
Sure, yeah. If you could have that, if we're talking, comparable to Dwayne or Christ, actually, well, Cena, obviously, Dwayne, Piper, maybe because of Christ, why am I blanking on this fucking movie? I just came here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all about them. They live.
Oh, they live. Oh, I went in a completely different direction.
Well, I'm trying to think of real wrestlers that have made kind of that like crossover.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really kind of the list, unless I'm missing a few people.
No, I mean, you can go back, and I mean, do we count some of the older guys? But I mean, yeah, there's been a few. I mean, it's gone well, and I mean, we've seen the ones as of late that the three that everybody talks about that have kind of made a substantial stamp on a movie career.
Cody looking like the most awkwardy, like, bro. That looks like if you put that in black and white or put some spooky music behind it, that's a sacrifice. That's a sacrifice.
Looks like a cult,
that's a sacrifice.
He is our Lord and Savior.
Right. Jesus H. Rhodes is about to get thrown off the castle. So we're getting your Tetris footage. We're getting Logan at the fucking Tetris games.
It's actually, I got his ass.
Did he just lose to a fucking 12-year-old?
14. You were close.
Bro, what are you doing with your fucking
You're
life?
a grown-ass man.
You're a grown-ass man.
They don't have like an adult division? What are you doing here trying to play a kid? Are you fucked up?
Right.
Earlier today, Logan home. You don't have that big house doesn't have a security system apparently.
Just the doors wide open and everything, and just fucking camera crew over there. I mean, I believe the camera crew, honestly.
The camera crew in the house is my favorite part. What are y'all doing here?
Right? As LA Knight's just out here chilling in the pool, yeah.
This guy acting like Eddie Murphy in Beverly Hills Cop, like, oh hey.
Bro, you wait, they're gonna do a fucking buddy. If there's a buddy cop that you could do, these are the two fuckers you could do.
What did he make nice with the maid? Yeah.
Bro, 100. Bro, this is fucking 21 Jump Street. This is 23 Jump Street at this point.
He's on the phone struggling to get out of his dinghy.
What in the bearded Ricochet is this guy?
And why was he hanging out with the belt?
And mic'd up. He's mic'd up.
And I like Logan's buddy who's all tough. You get out of here, man.
Like I said, Caucasian Ricochet over there.
Caucasian Ricochet. He's more of a splatter than a Ricochet. Here we got Fragment.
Shrapnel over there instead of Ricochet.
Shrapnel. Run, Ali. Oh, we're off and running, by the way. Trent starting out hot.
Right.
Ooh, short arm clothesline. Hey. I'm in the suite. Him in the building. The spotlight can't find him, apparently.
Yeah.
Whose kid is that?
That's Carmelo. The other one's
Wait,
a
look at the kid
toddler.
behind him. Hey, motherfucker, I want to be on TV.
Yeah, but is it a blessing or a curse? Did they put him amongst children so he seems taller?
Yeah,
But it also
maybe,
at the same
right?
time it seems like he fits in more?
I like the kid behind him. Like, wait a minute, man. You're
Hey,
in a moment.
move your ass down in front, down in front.
Hey, he did. What's going on with TNA right now? Ali is yelling at the commentary team, and Trent Seven is beating him up for it.
I had Trent Seven with the fucking Eddie Kingston chops.
Yeah. He does them a little more, like he doesn't do them as rapid, so they kind of hit in a little better.
Bro, I watched that right there. That was literally just like pat, 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 pat. That was giving somebody the scratchies.
So I'm guessing LA is on the podcast. No, apparently Logan Paul's podcast is now a political podcast. Joe next.
Look, I guess they've reached out with that. I think it's a bold strategy, Cotton. I get it gets eyes, but bold strategy, Cotton. Bold strategy.
If you're Logan Paul, you're thinking they already hate me. Like,
yeah, but I mean, if you're WWE, you're our fucking champion, and you're gonna have that. But again,
people,
America, and it's gonna get goddamn eyes on it. That's the biggest blunt end of it, as Carmelo just was blunt and non-relevant with that promo. But
and I would argue that I'm pretty confident. Oh wait, Aldis and Sikoa.
And you are banned from ringside. I should guess that. Oh, and if they show up, you're all suspended.
Aldis laying down.
As Aldis just does, that's a G-ass move, though. I'm going to walk my way through you. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me.
I didn't have to go this way, but I'm going to go this way.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
We want Roman. If you
lose your leadership, if you lose this match, you lose your leadership spot against guys that already don't respect leadership as it is.
If I lose, I'm coming after you. And Paul shit his pants.
It's so interesting because we all kind of thought the Bloodline storyline, cool. It lives and dies. It ends with Roman Reigns. And this has been a breath of fresh air through it to an extent.
Yeah.
Love it or hate it, it's been interesting as shit because you kind of can't put your finger on anything.
And again, I think it falls nicely into like it's been a long storyline, 3+ years. We talked about the Roman portion.
When's the last time a wrestling company pulled off a 3+ year long storyline? By the way,
no, man, it keeps going and it keeps going. We're still talking a year from now what we're going to be doing with these guys.
Facts.
Like it's insane. But no, to your point, like they've done a really good job of you have this big moment with Cody winning, and then there's a bit of an ebb to the story. But as there's this ebb, you have Paul building the next story. You have the Tongans come in, rumors of new people coming in. The fans are chanting, "We want Roman." So now it's building back up again. So I think they've done an extremely phenomenal job of like, look, this storyline is almost as old, is just about as old, if you think about it, as AEW.
Facts, honestly. And like 3 years time, what have you, I want to watch the 10-hour compilation that is like the Bloodline cinematic universe
saga.
Yeah, I want to be all the way here for that. That's the thing, because this is fucking cinematic and operatic at the same time.
Actually, I was wrong. This is going to make a really good Netflix biography. My bad.
And this will be a Netflix series of Behind the Bloodline. Yeah, as the Samoan turns.
Right. If he allowed himself fully to immerse himself in his business, he has megastar potential.
What now?
I don't know. It's in reference back in the chat. But with the Logan Paul thing, I think there's a level of he has a level of freedom to do, like the WWE knows who he is, and he's allowed to book on his show who he wants, as long as he's not doing something completely outlandish or satanic or a few other things. But I think they can't. I don't know this for certain, but with a couple exceptions, I think he's got a lot of freedom to still do him and be him, do what he wants without the ire of the WWE. And I'm sure there's some people in WWE have no problem with him interviewing that guy.
Oh no, fair enough. I was going to make the joke of when you started listing off the things that they couldn't do and everything like that. I was like, well, I think he might fit into some of those. Mm-hmm. But Big Mike saying a year from now, Wrestling for Life Network hits 10K. I'm aiming 100K, million K by then.
Let's go.
I'm trying to aim next week we hit 10K.
Let's go. That's it. That's where we get the Wrestling for Life tattoos. Let's go.
Oh shit.
Fans will turn on that like they did the past to Ronan. What did Ronan say? WrestleMania 41, expect Tribal Chief versus the final boss. Highly possible. And I know Big Dog just said they'll turn on it. No, I don't think they'll turn on it this time because, and you can tell me if you agree or disagree, but no. I believe because this time was interfering with Cody's chance to finish the story. If you don't have that, then the fans are fine. Let them fight.
We've wanted this for 2 years. Yeah. We've wanted this since 39. And now you've given us the back catalog and the backstory and the history behind it and made it make even more sense outside of literally just contending for control of the bloodline. Yeah. I knew as soon as Roman hit the spear spot on Cody in night 1 of WrestleMania, I was like, so we're going to follow up on this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
As here comes the unholy union. Isla Dawn.
I'm just thinking of the goddamn, Sam Smith song of doing something unholy.
As Trent is in control, by the way, on Against All Odds, folks. That's right. If you're just tuning in, we are watching 2 shows as Ollie is, just yanked Trent off the top rope. And they are home and Isla Dawn.
Oh, yeah, she's 100%.
Dream lover, come to me.
Oh, dream weaver.
No, I love me a good witch.
Sabrina?
I think part of
wait, which one? West, north, or south?
I don't want the one with the house on top of her. We'll start there.
I mean, she had the freshest kicks out there, though, my guy. Now, do you think this is why Waller had to retract his statement of all Scottish women look like Shrek?
I don't think so.
Wait, what? What did you just? What trap did you just try and set for me right there?
Hello.
Oh, what now? Yeah.
They could win, man.
I predicted that they win because I think that it sets up to where Jade and Bianca don't need to get pinned to lose the match. And also, I understand it's all right. It's a Homer thing. You book beyond just the one show and everything, but I think it's well enough that you start using them, incorporating them more. You need to have some form of a challenger of fucking something for Bianca and Jade, because otherwise they just walk through everybody and then it gets boring and stale.
Yeah, but that's why I think the triple threat helps for that reason. Kind of puts it on that little bit of they don't have to get pinned or they don't have to be involved.
Right.
Dallas 52-28 in the second quarter. Still early, but that's a nice
a whole half to play.
I predicted them to extend this one more game.
Yeah, give them one more game and then they win it at home. I'm fine with that.
I quit match tomorrow.
I've got solo and drumline coming out.
We're in the main event. ish already.
We're into the last
25. That went fast
25?
as hell.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We're Solo's out here buying, towels off of Taz out here. I've seen.
Don't dude me, bro.
Bro, I hate that I follow that up with a bro, but well, 100% of that's just funny as shit. Like, I don't know if that's them taking the piss or
I don't think they were taking
Taz is really just kind of getting heated.
I think he's getting
call the match. He's like, I am calling the fucking match. I'm the only one calling the fucking match.
Yeah, no, because I think what happened there, and I could be wrong, but at times the American feed will go to commercial or picture-in-picture. The commentary stops. But I know internationally sometimes it just keeps going. Like they're like, we're going to commercial break, and then nothing happens. But we still get the commentary. So I think they were in a commercial window when that happened, and Taz didn't realize there's a portion of the world that could hear that shit.
Oh, I don't think he gave a shit if anyone could hear him.
Fuck either way.
Oh no, 100%. He don't give a flying fuck. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and it's crazy to think, and I'll say this respectfully, with Tony Schiavone and Excalibur on the same commentary team as Taz. There's an issue on that commentary team, and it's not Taz.
No, there's major issues on that team. And the thing with, like, here's an example to me of Tony not doing his job properly. And I'm not going to beat AEW that hard right now. We'll save it for Rampage. But
Scotland 316. I know you need that fucking
shirt. I need that shirt.
Bro, your doppelganger is out here wearing a Scotland 316
Look at the skull on the bag. Let's go.
Like I said, man's going to get this tattooed on him tomorrow.
Nah, that's funny.
It's going to cover up that Claymore when Drew McIntyre wins.
Right. But they're rolling. No, I'm going to keep the Claymore if he wins.
No, fuck you. You don't earn that. You don't earn that. You lose that.
Right. I'm keeping it. Like, hey. No, this to me is an example of where Tony's failing as a booker and as an owner of the company. You have Nigel McGuinness. You had Kevin Kelly at your disposal at one point. You have Taz, who's talented. But, like, they even, like, that was one of the first things that changed when Punk got fired was Schiavone got moved over to Collision. Like, they purposely didn't want Schiavone and Excalibur. And the story, CM Punk wouldn't let it. No, because he sucks. And CM Punk wanted to do better. If Tony was being honest, Eric Riccaboni, like, why are we not using this guy?
Eric Riccaboni, Caprice Coleman.
I said Eric, didn't I?
Yes.
Caprice Coleman. Like, you have, that's what I feel about in-ring as well, is you have all this talent, and I have to see a whole chunk of your show with lesser talent as KO on fire.
Just destroying the Prime Hydration Station.
Reverse Death Valley Driver.
There you go. Yeah, no, it's because Tony's real good at providing insulation, and I'm gonna have my guys do my shows, and to hell with everybody else. It's a little echo chamber at this point. Of no one ever. Yeah. What does Tony Schiavone contribute to an AEW broadcast? And I ask that respectfully, outside of telling you how things are great. He's Tony Schiavone. He's the voice of Tony Khan on commentary. Is Tony Schiavone?
Yeah, he's just he's a walking puppet. He is literally the guy that's just like, again, he's one step away from having Tony's arm up his.
Oh no, I think it's there.
Yeah.
He's just doing the hook now.
But man, I mean, again, that to me is you have all these guys around you that are talented. JR. And you just shit on JR because he called the bullshit. You had so many people that could be in place of Excalibur and Tony, and you refuse.
Yeah, we're gonna get angry with a lot of people. We'll save that for Rampage when we hear them. As Ali just dumping off Trent going up top right now.
Oh wow, you got up. Good match between Trent and Ali.
Oh, what the fuck? He just hit him straight in the knees with that 450. Sharpshooter.
That he did. Is he going to win? Did he win?
He taps out. He wins on a sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter, you dirty bastard.
When in the last decade has someone won a match with a fucking sharpshooter?
It's been a hot minute, man. I know guys like that. Dax likes to do it as an homage, but it's never a finish anymore.
Natalia's a fucking family member, and she can't win a match with a goddamn sharpshooter.
It's usually a kick out.
Yeah.
Or a
well, she's more a sharpshooter than a sharpshooter.
Right. I miss JR on commentary. I love JR.
I think I will say this respectfully, as JR is to me, when I hear pro wrestling commentary, there's part of it that needs to sound and be like JR and everything. Like he's the litmus test.
Yeah.
I love you, JR. Hang it up. No, I at this point, I'd rather keep the image, leave the memories alone of you've done well enough. That'll do. I'd rather do a fucking podcast even. Sit there and you hang out with fucking Dutch or fucking Conrad or whatever.
Conrad.
Grilling with JR. All that. I'd rather see that than you struggle to do commentary for AEW.
No, that's my thing. And the only again, should he be a full-time guy? Maybe not at this point, especially because he's had ups and downs with his health.
But you can't say special attractions because they don't have special attractions.
No, apparently he's going to be there at Forbidden Door. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Or the wrestlers.
Right. But I think my only argument is that he, even at this age, is better than Excalibur and
understood. But Michael Jordan needed to retire when he was on the fucking Wizards and everything.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's beyond where we're at this point. I feel respectfully, as we're getting Josh Alexander and EY taking on ABC coming up, as we've got Solo destroying Kevin Owens right now.
King Trey, they will win series still. I'm saying the Nigel on commentary isn't helping me. Okay.
Fair. I like Nigel, but yeah. So Ali retained, by the way, for those who didn't know.
Yes, Ali is still your champion. Big win for Ali, and we kind of predicted it.
Yeah. Like, who you got for this match? ABC or Alexander and EY? Again, this feels like guys that you have that could be singles guys towards the top of your card that you've just mashed into a tag team. Like, I'd rather. What was the first match that we had? I'd rather.
You were talking about the
ABC versus the Rascals. I'd rather see that than see Santana and Macklin versus the Rascals and see this match of EY and Alexander versus ABC. I'm saying I'd rather see the two tag teams go at it than seeing.
I see what you're saying.
Tag teams face two singles guys.
Yeah, but I think part of it is you're injecting tag teams into the division and you're trying to give guys like Josh something to do while other guys are chasing the title. Because Josh,
but that's like
forever.
That's a little like when you had John Cena and Shawn Michaels as tag team champions and shit like that.
To an extent. Now, this one, I did take Team Canada as Doom coming out here, Mr. Canadian.
Right. Yeah, EY Doom instead of MF Doom.
Can I get some Stella? There you go. Yeah, let's all go to Logan's house. All the doors are unlocked. Let's just hang out.
I mean, he has the ultimate security system of just a rolling camera crew at all hours of the evening.
One random dude who was waiting for t-shirt time. Who's better on commentary, Nigel or Wade? Slight edge to Nigel.
I'd go Nigel.
Slight, yeah. And I mean, again, different rules. Wade's more your color guy, so he's more fill in the blanks and paint the picture. Nigel's more of the game caller, right? Like, he's your lead, so a little bit different.
Which is interesting because Corey, for the longest time, has always been kind of your kind of color guy. So I think that they both do the delicate dance of they both are, your color and your straight man the whole time. Like they dance with it.
I was glad that they transitioned Corey. I thought Corey was strong, and I thought a lot of times, and I think what works well with Wade is like at least there's someone that's smart enough to get the jokes. And there, there was times there with our old buddy that didn't quite make it. But I think that now he's comfortable, and if it's a much better transition.
Oh, Corey's a lead 100%. I'm still holding out, and any wrestling promotion that gets him,
there you go.
He still wanted to do what I think would be amazing, is Morrow.
Right.
I want Morrow calling pro wrestling in 2024. I need that.
Yeah.
But KO and Solo working in the corner right now as we've got Team Canada versus Team ABC, Team Bullet Club here.
There you go. I like this a little bit. Since Dirty Dango cost the Zigzag, what if Tyler Breeze comes in and he tag teams to feud with Zigzag? What if he just shows up to actually help Zigzag? Because it looks like Dango's working with System. But either way, it would be fun.
We just get a whole feud of, Tyler Breeze versus Dirty Dango. We get, the Fashion Police implode. The Mega Powers collide.
Right. Mr. Smithers of AEW, Tony Schiavone.
Yeah, him and his fucking earring.
Speaking of earrings, the Jordan Grace earring on a fishnet.
Well, and I don't know if you were on a pause.
Yeah, I just caught it.
Yeah, when they were still stitching that shit. Like, did she just come straight from there to here? Like, she's still in the same ring attire, it looked like, and everything. I'm like, you've been sitting there with an open wound for like a week now? What?
Right. Boston, I could have typed this exact same message, a 100% exact same sentiment. I love that people come here and pick up new things, but yeah, 40-year-old dad just laughing at stupid shit.
Wait, what? What you're gonna be trying to learn about pause when I came here? Yeah. Now, like a 40-year-old white dad, I say it all the time and crack myself up. What did MDB say? I'm trying to make you hip to lingo. Wait, what?
You're gonna work all your way backward.
Yeah, no. Someone messaged me something here, but yeah, no. Mm-hmm. Well, Christ, at this point, we have our own fucking inside jokes. And
right. It's okay. We're still trying to teach Big Dog on how to use pause properly.
Facts, or how to use usernames properly. Stop changing them.
He knows
they're not underwear. Stick with one and pick it.
Right, but folks, we do have SmackDown and TNA right now. Back body drop, KO on Solo. Pretty good main event going on one side. Josh Alexander in the ring against Ace Austin on the other. And again, this one's off to a good start as well. A huge fan of both these men.
Bro, KO has the shittiest luck when it comes to dealing with the Anawahi family. Like, this man just gets massacred every time.
Go another way. He's like fucking he's like Will Ferrell and fucking Step Brothers. Like, go the long way home. Don't go through the park.
Getting Big Dog. Oh, yeah, we both clicked on it at the same time. I know you're talking to me, Nick. What part gave it away? The part where we called you out, or was it the part where we're talking about changing your username every 10 fucking minutes?
Who let the dog out?
Right.
Got Solo for the win. What's up, Dale? Just in case I haven't said hello to you yet, buddy. Hope you're doing well. But we are in a commercial break right now. The tag match is going on. If you haven't given us a prediction on Josh Alexander EY against ABC, let us know who you think's going to take it. And we're almost done with SmackDown, which means Rampage is on the horizon, folks. So don't go anywhere. We will take a rating out of 10 on SmackDown. Not a bad show. It flew by.
Yeah, well, it does kind of have that weird kind of backing behind it to an extent of it's the go-home show right before the pay-per-view that we know nothing's really going to super change or be super impactful, and it's on a time delay for us on the East Coast and everything like that. So we even know even more there's not going to be anything that's going to be really huge here. But it's been a pretty solid show throughout it here. It hasn't disappointed for being tape delay.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you say?
Yeah, a few good matches. Pushing storyline. I like what's happening with the bloodline and all this. I think all this is doing a great job. KO's in a match. I'm good with that. I thought the women's match earlier was good. Nia gets a big win. Tiffany's getting tied into a storyline. That works as well. You need Tiff to do something. Yeah, man, I'm okay with it. The crowd's been alive. The crowd going nuts for Cody Rhodes was outstanding. Like AJ had to stop and actually call it out because they would not stop. And I think you mentioned it while I was going on break about the decibel counter.
Oh yeah, they had that whole pulled up and everything like that to where it's literally, how loud can we get this crowd? After they already had, the warnings and everything that they were getting sent from France.
Right.
And yeah, it seemed a little bit like they maybe turned AJ's mic down because he just all of a sudden was just talking like this.
Right.
But
my question though, real quick, who calls and complains about this? Why did you move next to the stadium?
They're Caucasian. They're Caucasian.
That big building.
I can at least say that they're Caucasian and above, probably 65.
All these cheering going on across the street. What the fuck?
People are enjoying things. I don't like it.
Bullfrog splash goes. And Paul Heyman.
That's now been a thing of calling it the bullfrog splash. I thought I was the only one.
Paul Heyman is killing me.
I've seen people say that he's been the biggest linchpin in the bloodline storyline of he's been the ultimate mover and shaker in this.
He is the constant. He is the one that, like, he's almost the narrator of the story, right?
He's the chorus in this operatic, this, Roman tale here.
He's weaved through all of it. Every aspect of this, including the rivalry with Brock, somehow Paul was the main guy dictating the direction of everything. And he's been such a large contributor in such minimalistic ways at times. Sometimes he's big and boisterous. Other times it's just gray hair and a sad face. Like, it's unbelievable. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, my guy.
Just on this alone, it's a masterclass. Like you were saying it, and I literally think we were both trying to just out analogy each other for it and everything. Of he's the voice of the audience here. He's the representation of them throughout all of this, and even just he's stressed, so he's swanton, knees up, but he comes out here gray-haired, disheveled Paul Heyman, representing everything that's going on. He tells you everything that's going on.
No way. Paul
puts his foot on the rope. Well, think about it. If he fucking loses, he's coming for Heyman.
He's saving his life. He's saving
exactly. I'm gonna do what I need to do, motherfucker.
100%. I don't care. It's nothing personal, KO. I'm not dying today. Sorry.
Right. You can have that. That ain't even what I'm mad at.
I had to. Motherfucker gonna kill me.
Either you kill me or he kills me. And I know he'll kill me. I can possibly talk you out of killing me. But that's the thing, is it's so good of so much of Heyman stuff is no words, is no dialogue. It's all just physical mannerisms, and it conveys an entire paragraph where the fucking eyebrow raise.
He would have been phenomenal in the silent movie, Dave.
Literally, he solo with the strike.
So he saves the tribal chief, interim tribal chief, and technically helps him get the win.
And instantly, he's weeping on the steps. He's beside himself. As instantly now, because the match is over, so the bloodline, the Tongans attack.
I hear voices in my head. They call to me. Yeah.
I'm on the shelf.
4-0. Tag match is really good on the other side, folks, but we're wrapping up the end of this show, and the bloodline laying waste to Kevin Owens right now. Paul Heyman saving the day by putting Solo's foot on the rope after the stunner. And here comes Randy.
Oh, I literally thought he was like on the shelf. So I was giving credit for this. I didn't expect him back right now. Out here, granted, he's very much dadding it out in time for Father's Day with coming out with the shirt on and briskly jogging. But I hear voices in my head.
That was a very brisk jog.
Not a run, but also not a walk. A brisk jog.
Oh, hold on. We have a mutual nut grab going on TNA.
What the fuck was that, Randy? I mean, he's down there just like, he's gonna just do the drape over DDT.
He's been pounding that Guinness all day.
I was gonna say, well, the Iron Brew. He's full of Iron Brew, but where's Tonga Tala?
Right, RKO. There you go, folks.
I was not expecting Randy to be back at this time, so that means coming up here, potentially soon enough here, we're gonna get Gunther versus Randy Orton to decide the true winner.
Yes,
from King and Queen of the Ring. I thought he was like out.
That would be an interesting out. They let Randy win the rematch and fuck up all the plans. Then you might
have everybody fuck off.
All the plans.
Y'all can suck all the. You know what?
I'd be upset.
I'd just be like, you can have it. That ain't what about it. You fucking got me. You got me.
You're like, this is better than a trade.
Right.
Oh, as KO gets spiked.
I love the brisk jog.
Right. Walking weapon chance. This tag match has been a hell of a match.
Again, though, Randy Orton, the most over person when they go overseas, they go international. We're ending with Randy Orton's song getting sung here, and we had the entire French audience learning an entire different language.
He's the OG, man. He's the legend. He went from legend killer to legend. So
yeah,
I mean, again, it's amazing to see a guy that we thought we weren't going to see anymore finds his way back, and you're watching everywhere he goes. The buildings are just popping for him. It's amazing.
Right.
But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of SmackDown on the eve of Clash at the Castle. Get in the chat. Let us know. What did you think out of 10? How did you feel about it? Nick and I aren't going anywhere. We're going to watch a little bit of Rampage. We are going to continue to watch Against All Odds, and we're going to hang out with you guys. I know. You know what? We got to be up early. But for you guys, we're here. We're not going anywhere. So we got 106. Y'all stay with us, and we'll just keep hanging out.
We're just going to be we'll start sleeping on stream and everything. Right. We'll sleep in shifts. KJ's on his 3-hour pause right now. We're going to roll through the last Clash of the Castle while he takes a break.
I'm going to trade myself out for one of those rocking birds. Go to a movie.
Homer Simpson. I'm going to be just showing up in an ice cream truck and a moo-moo.
Yeah, get me a moo-moo in a movie. We're good to go.
All right.
But Josh Alexander on the outside. No, sorry, EY.
Yeah, I know. They're both bald and Canadian, so it gets confusing.
Yeah, I think one has a helmet, though. So thank you for being nice.
Fair enough, as I've got the end of Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, as we're waiting for Rampage. And I'm also still halfway keeping an eye on GCW Lights Out, because we were talking about the Bloodline and friends of the channel, as Zilla Fatu is taking on Ratty Daddy Cole Radrick.
We haven't had enough Samoans here tonight.
Exactly. Well, it's a matter of time at this point.
It might be. As Josh Alexander with a big chop, and we will get to those ratings. What else we got going on? 8 out of 10 says Curtis. 7.5. I think I'm in that 7 neighborhood tonight.
Oh yeah. Well, and then JV out here, sleepover. We're gonna Wendy chew this bitch. Pause. Accusations.
There will be one. I mean, we max out on how long we can be here, but we will do an overnight one time.
Oh, don't you?
We've been close.
Put that evil on me.
When you start a stream at 2:30 a.m. and you don't get off till 7 a.m., that's pretty fucking close.
Yeah, I mean, keep it a buck, yeah.
And off to work we go.
Hi ho, hi ho.
The rematch between Gunther and Orton. Yes. We still don't know when that's going to be.
Facts.
Who's bringing the bacon? It's everyone brings the bacon. That's your admission to the sleepover.
This is sounding all the way plausible.
Did you bring
This
the bacon?
Diddy didn't do it with this fucking sleepover is what this is starting to sound like.
No Diddy. No Diddy.
We're walking to get some cheesecake with this shit.
Right. 7.75 out of 10. 7.8 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. Everyone on with the 7 points tonight. It was good. I think I always commend a show when it goes fast. Tonight went fast. In a blink of an eye, it felt like it was over. Maybe partly because we're watching two shows at the same time. But I thought the things that needed to be in place for tomorrow were kind of in place. Nothing major happened. Nothing bad happened. I was overall content. I think it was solid. A low solid.
A low solid? What are you fucking low sodium out here? What are you saying?
Do not bring low sodium bacon. You will be disqualified.
Hey, actually, keeping a book on a random note, I actually fucks with turkey bacon.
I love
my
turkey
mom's
bacon.
a dietitian and everything, so I actually grew up at times eating turkey bacon and shit like that.
There was a bad joke there, but I couldn't.
Go ahead. Do it. Say it with your chest. Don't bring it up if you ain't gonna talk about it. Don't talk about it if you're gonna be about it.
I gotta let it go. I felt bad just for thinking it. But no, we're not talking about that. 8 out of 10. Watching SmackDown after the pay-per-view sounds like it was a great show. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was solid from start to finish. The Cody AJ segment was good. I like AJ like this, Nick.
I like AJ like this. I think the show as a whole is just in the situation of in between of. I think that's why a lot of everybody's ratings for the show start with 7 because it was a 7. To me, it was there. I liked AJ. We got hyped with Cody. There was good moments, but there was also it was a very Sunday night heat, Friday night SmackDown.
Yeah, I mean, overall, you're not. Yeah, I mean, that's where I mean, if somebody said 6.5, 6, it was an average show. I could get behind that and understand why.
Yeah,
overall average.
7 might be high. Yeah,
yeah, but I thought the stuff we got was quality enough that it was solid. I wasn't bored tonight. Again, it didn't feel like it was lagging. A lot of fun stuff. Paul Heyman instantly gets you points just because everything he's in is so fucking entertaining. I have to give points when you give me Isla Dawn. Like, there's a lot of reasons to kind of not a barn burner of a show, but again, you set the tone pretty well.
Has AW established that I guess Tony Storm or Mina Shirakawa's bosom is like a revive spot, or like it's like a health pack?
I said this on Wednesday, Nick, and we can talk about it, folks. We are watching Rampage and TNA against all odds. Right now, all 4 men are in the ring. Josh Alexander, Eric Young, Chris Bay, and Ace Austin. I thought we were going for a Styles Clash. Ooh, backbreaker.
Right.
But I find it I found it's gone into the realm kind of like the Jericho stuff, kind of like the Young Bucks a little bit. It's childish at this point. Like if you're at home getting the giggles because they're touching each other's boob, it kind of got like, all right, guys, I'm over it. Like it's cute. It was cute for a second, but this whole like, oh my God, they touched. Like,
I think we're just getting more and more evidence that Tony Khan writes for a certain type of audience that he even said of when you're referring to it as the sickos, like that's some Xbox fucking Call of Duty chat room bullshit fucking lingo and everything.
Oh shit. Sorry, Nick.
You're good.
Baps fucking Josh Alexander by accident and eats a blockbuster.
Oh.
Wow. ABC with the dub.
Well, I think they were going to clearly get the win again. This tag team goes over 2 singles guys. Well, at least with Team Canada, 2 former tag team or tag partners going together.
And again, like we said earlier, again, you have 2 singles guys. One accidentally punches the other. We can kind of see where this is going.
Right. But with what I was saying with Tony Khan of he writes for fucking Mountain Dew, fucking Cheeto fingered, fucking Xbox chat room. Like, it's getting kind of fucking obvious at this point. Like,
To me, it feels like
there is good in there. There is good in there, and that's, I think, what pisses us off and
Mhm.
everything the most about this. This isn't just fuck AEW. This
He-
is literally, I see the potential,
Yeah.
but you've got fucking Mandark at the fucking helm with this shit.
To me, he's like Elf, like that childlike exuberance. Like he wants to put spaghetti.
Santa!
Yeah, like that's kind of like
I know him.
right. He's like Buddy the fucking Elf. Like I feel like growing up in a billionaire household, it does warp your sense of it being, and I think it's a very teenage mentality. So he sees a lot of this stuff as highly entertaining. Like he's at Gorilla giggling his little ass off and having milk and cookies, and he thinks it's great. But that's where I think the dilemma is the maturity of the booking is coming through, emerging.
Well, to me, it's the ignorance of not accepting any bit of criticism. You can argue on what's criticism, what's hating, what have you, and everything. But that if you critique this, you are stricken from the kingdom and you must be, shunned and wear the fucking crown of shame and shit like that.
Right.
That's where this gets a little wishy-washy and a little out there.
Yeah, but that's where, and I think it may be a part of the stubbornness is he genuinely enjoys it. So he's like, what do you mean this is bad? Like he genuinely is like, this is so good. Like he watches the Jericho segment and he's thinking, oh my God, Chris, you're killing it. Or oh my, like he watches the Mariah May Mina stuff and it's just
he
like
pops himself just walking around his house, just going, thanks, guys. He just says shit like that and just pops himself.
He probably
he's
calls
that
Jericho.
much of a fucking dork.
Yeah, like he probably like does it on the phone and shit with people. Thanks, guys. Bye.
As a professional wrestling booker of 5 years, I know how to book a 5-star Dave Meltzer classic. Now, see, what you got to do is you got to do the Japanese style that doesn't get over except for with Dave Meltzer. Thanks, guys.
Here comes Jordan Grace. So, folks, the time is upon us. Who accepts the challenge?
Right. As we're in picture with Rampage of Tony Storm and opponent going at it. I'm going to be terrible and piss everyone off because I can't remember her name, but yeah. Watch it be like Raby Hardy or some shit that answers Jordan Grace's talent.
That would piss me right off.
That's worse than Alicia Edwards is Raby Hardy being
right.
But so what are you thinking, folks? You got about all of 10 seconds to let us know whether it's going to be a triple threat, whether it's going to be Tatum Paxley, Ash by Elegance, Roxanne Perez. Who you got?
Oh, it just booted me out. Fuck up.
What?
Oh, it fucking pulled up GCW.
I have GCW on the background too.
I just got yeeted.
I didn't do nothing.
I blame you for sure.
How are you blaming me? It's on your thing.
Oh my God, look who it is. Well.
Hey.
Tatum Paxley in the house.
She fits really well in the TNA.
She do.
Like that's like a glove. That's 100% that fit there. Tatum Paxley challenging Jordan Grace. Now I feel like this is not going to be the only participant, but
yeah, we'll hold the horses because I think someone else might be like, wait a minute. Or we're getting Tatum straight up.
I don't know. I feel like we're gonna get a fucking Iceman, a concierge here.
All right, folks. If you're just tuning in, Tatum Paxley from NXT has answered Jordan Grace's open challenge for a title match at Against All Odds. We are keeping an eye on Rampage as well. Dallas is laying a beating on the Celtics.
So
the title is on the line.
Ding, ding, ding. So it is just right now, Tatum versus Jordan Grace.
Wait a minute. Here we go.
Hey!
Here we go. The Iceman in the house, folks. So Ash by Elegance is not letting this go. Grace still wins. Yeah, 100%.
I'm just glad he could show up here for once.
I love
he
how
shows up when he's supposed to.
I put pull up and I put it up a little bit late, and Paxley all of a sudden jumped to 68% of the vote. Good guess, guys. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Now, so you got to keep it steady over here. Yeah. Now, KJ, as a professional wrestling podcaster of 2 years, when you put up a poll and the surprise competitor comes out, you've got to take the poll down.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Jericho, when I put up a poll, your eyes will pop out. I'll show you.
I was gonna say, man's about to find me and just punch me the fuck out. So it looks like we're getting a triple threat as we've got Knifey Spoony backstage.
Right. But yeah, you keep doing that, our friendship might be in jeopardy, sir. This is a long fucking intro, sir.
Jesus, tap dancing, Christ, like is she still getting dressed? Like, what the fuck is happening?
We're stalling for time, people.
We're stalling for relevancy here, Your Honor.
Absent by relevancy.
Absent by relevancy.
She looked. Oh, there you go.
She looks like she just got out of a fucking yoga class.
Is this your wrestling gear? Or is she just gonna watch? Because that's been her shtick, is watching.
I don't know. I think she's
watching. So it will not be a triple threat.
What the shit? What is this?
Nick, you can't wrestle directly after hot yoga.
No. What is happening?
Where's the backup?
Bro, we've had fucking gozzle swabs and now we've got goozle fucking twats out here watching fucking wrestling.
Well, I guess this does imply that perhaps it will be Jordan Grace, Dana Brooke at Slammiversary. And I'm not sure if our buddy Anthony is hanging around, but I would love to get his on the idea. I heard your opinion, sir. Noted.
Right. But so let us know, folks, who you taking, whether you're taking Tatum Paxley or Jordan Grace, and it'd be the upset of the century. But I do feel like I said, of Tatum Paxley fits in NXT.
Yeah, the minute you said it, I was like, yeah, she's a good vibe for this place.
Right.
But she has to deal with the powerhouse that is Jordan Grace, folks. Get in the chat. Who are you taking, Jordan or Tatum? I feel like this one's pretty obvious, but again, the working relationship goes both ways, and they send Tatum down. She'll do a solid L, and she'll be, again, at the end of the day, you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. This is working for everybody.
She reminds me of like Rosemary and Daphne did it like a fusion dance and just like form of one.
Right.
Well, because she's spooky, but not like I'm possessed spooky, but like Hot Topic gothic spooky.
Oh, a little too far, Boston. A little too far. Back up, Billy. Back up a little.
All right.
Right on the nose. Yeehaw.
Exactly. Don't say the quiet part quiet. Don't say the quiet part loud.
What if Jordan drops the belt to go to the main roster? Not yet.
TNA?
The main roster of TNA. You mean?
Yeah, she's signed there. She's not signed to NXT. She's not signed to WWE.
Yeah, it might be too soon, Nick. Too soon.
I mean, if she's gonna instantly just fucking jump over, just fine. Fuck it, just pull the trigger, just pull the fucking Band-Aid off.
Actually, riding the air bike.
Right.
I'm on too many vitamins for this lady to be doing this.
It's provocative. No one knows what it means, but it gets the people going.
Get physical.
Well, it reminds me of, I'll spin this in a positive aspect of not a perverted aspect, but it reminds me of like when you watch a UFC fight or whatever and somebody be on their back and they're waiting, that you know that they have a good guard and everything. Pause on that at least. And they're waiting for somebody to try and rush in and they'll just up kick them or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. Just pop that kick up. But
That'd
yeah,
be crazy if Tatum just sat there and fuck around and up Jordan Grace. You're out, bitch.
I just came from the Apex. My bad.
Oh, right. Literally, I was training in the Apex.
I brought Ash out to watch. Yeah, that's been Ash's ongoing kind of. Oh, Paxley under the ring. Like, who's she?
Out's gonna come Hornswoggle on the other end. Why can't we have Ash by Elegance' job? If she gets paid to do this shit and just roll out there in front row and watch this shit. I mean, we're watching it from our fucking houses on computer chairs. She's out here front row, entrance ramp watching on a computer chair. What the fuck?
That's what we're grinding for, bud. Get paid her money to sit and watch.
Yeah, all them streamers got, to where they could show it live on their stream. We'll be there live. We'll do the ultimate Trump move. We'll be there live and stream our reaction to it.
Right. As they're both on the floor.
Oh.
Paxley looking like Titus O'Neil. Still one of the funniest clips in the wrestling history. I saw it yesterday. I just stopped dead laughing. Wherever Boston made the joke about the 40-year-old dad cracking up at nonsense. That was it. I saw the clip of Otis just sliding through, stopped me in my tracks, and watched it 3 times. It's just ridiculous.
It's still just one of the greatest of what the fuck. It is the modern age, shockmaster.
Yeah. Yeah, actually.
Like that is a moment in time of you date yourself as a wrestling fan. If you watch that live or you just know the meme.
Yeah. As Paxley snaps on a
strap on and strap in, folks.
Right, single crab strapped in. Grace for the win.
As I've got the Cage of Agony coming out right now, which we got the Crab of Agony on TNA.
Oh, Jordan fakes out Tatum, but then gets kicked for it.
Oh, that was actually kind of fucking clean as shit. Oh, that was bullshit.
Yeah. Full disclosure, I didn't put Rampage on.
Fair enough. You can have that. You got TNA. Yeah, I ain't even mad at it. Trust me, you ain't missing shit.
I was like, shit, we're probably going to talk about this more anyway.
100%. Yeah. Oh, we've got the Cage of Agony versus their counterparts if they were creator wrestlers in WWE 2K of Solomon Tapu, Jay Marston, and Kevin Gutierrez.
Solomon Tapu is one of my faves.
It is 100%. That is the most generic creator wrestler. You just started universe mode, fucking my career mode bullshit ever in my life.
Considering we were just debating Tala Tonga. I mean, come on now.
Tala Tonga is better than any of that shit I just read off.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Is Thunder Rosa fighting here or Collision? I believe it's going to be Deonna versus Thunder Rosa and a no holds barred, no disqualification, whatever the fuck stipulation on Collision.
Yeah, again, it's a rematch, but no DQ.
Yeah, it's almost like maybe you should have done that on a pay-per-view.
Why did the no DQ match happen 2 weeks after the pay-per-view, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Just asking for a friend. Why?
Asking to understand.
Right? Okay, no hate, just curiosity. Wouldn't the no DQ match be the payoff at the pay-per-view that we pay $50 to watch? Just curious. Again, asking for a friend. I'm just curious. Anybody else got a theory on that? Because I don't quite get it.
Right. Asking to understand.
Right. Dun, 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 dun. I don't even want to click on MDB's comment. I'm not...
I'll answer it of the likelihood is most likely not. Never say never, but strong chance, 99.9% chance of a nah, my dog. We're going to be here all morning, all afternoon, brunch with the boys with Clash of the Castle. So respectfully, I know we say we cover more live wrestling than anything else like that, but we are still also human beings. So
it's factual. So
and it's Father's Day on Sunday. So 100%. You know,
A
you got
little
to
bit.
make sure you pump up the fucking New Balances. You mow the lawn. You
Mhm.
get the grill all built out there and everything. You're roasting them fucking weenies and them hot dogs and everything.
Absolutely. No, I mean, again, never say never, folks. Keep that little bell checked. We don't know when we're ever going to pop up. You know, we might be feeling good on a Saturday and decide to swing in and say hi. But yeah, there's a good chance we're going to take a little bit of a breather for the day and a half and then be back at it on Monday for Uncle Howdy Day.
I was gonna say this is the closest. Not doing the collisions like at times, like the closest we get to like a summer vacation.
A life.
Literally. So keep it a buck. That's most likely not going to
Oh,
happen.
huge neck breaker from the second rope. That was a very long-winded no.
Go ahead.
Both of us. It was not just you.
No, fair enough. Fine.
Right?
Fuck you. No,
Uh,
I'm going to explain to you why I'm telling you no.
why you guys still trying to find reasons for what? Right? Pulling the ears. Remember, she lost an earring. She had an earring ripped out.
She literally was getting it stitched up
Right.
at the start of this show, which is weird because that's almost a week later.
I mean, it is the 1 year anniversary of Collision.
Fuck you, MDB.
That was literally, literally, you took the words right out of my mouth.
How about you shut the cup? How about that?
He knows how to play to our emotions.
I know.
Emotions, Smokey.
I was gonna say we've talked about this. We might have to start having trios here with some of the people.
Let the dogs out. But yeah, we're back in. We're still going back and forth with Grace is just pounding the face. Oh wow!
Referee stoppage at this point.
Referee stoppage.
This shit. This is a ground and pound, and fucking TNA cameraman was all up in the right shot at the right time.
Right. Oh, that's a look at this, man.
MDB, who you got a softer spot for, Collision or us? How about that?
I might be knowing.
This is literally just us. We've derailed this to the point to where we're just talking to MDB in the chat right now.
Pretty much.
Folks,
Yeah, folks.
how are you feeling about Jordan Grace versus Tatum Paxley? And I'm now getting the replay from last week's Dynamite / setting up this week's Dynamite, where we're going to get like Roosh versus Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Where did that come from? And is it? I mean, a lot of people were talking, and Dave Meltzer all day today has been going back and forth with people about these fucking ratings, and it's killing me. Like, wait a minute. The NXT got better ratings than AEW, but the ratings don't matter. But you used to have the viewers, so you're saying you didn't lose viewers, like your viewers that you no longer have cut their wires and cables, and there's all these excuses, basketball. But NXT now has more viewers. Didn't you used to have them, or what are you talking about? Help me. I'd like
100%. Well, I've seen this whole discourse and everything, and I know.
Stopped.
Well, there's so many people that are like, "Why do you pay attention to ratings?" Da 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 da. But
because
it's the biggest fucking measuring stick. It's one of the last remaining measuring sticks.
And
still, 1, 2, 3.
Pointing out Ash as she gets the count, Nick. That's for you.
So, like you said, that's
setting
up the TNA feud past the NXT involvement. So 100% fine. Still good. You still got the NXT involvement, especially with them using the NXT footage through most of the night. Yeah.
Right.
As I've got Rocky Romero coming out right now.
Nice match, though. I was really happy with that match.
Right. But for everybody that talks about with the ratings of, well, why do you use it all that? It's a fucking valuable measurable. Well, it's a measurable. And it's one of the few things in wrestling that's not opinion based, not perspective based. Because, and for everybody that wants to say, well, the NBA finals are on.
Chucking Ash out of the ring. Sorry.
No, you're good. As I've got Shota Umino.
Yo, is it Tagagi that it joined? Is going to be in the Owen?
I don't know.
Damien, fact checkers out there. Who announced for the Owen? Confirm my suspicions.
So we're pouring the champagne bottle, aka the bottle of water, onto
I got Stifler flashback.
Ash.
She peed on me.
She didn't even chug any of it. Like, she literally just held it to her lips and there was nothing left in it. Like,
oh, we've seen a lot of women slip.
Bro, what was up with like just testicles in the camera unnecessarily?
But ladies and gentlemen, that is Jordan Grace covers Ash by Elegance with champagne, drinks a little bit of it, walks off. The champ is victorious, looking strong, and we have no idea if Ash or anybody's going to be able to take her out. But what's up next? We'll find out. What's going on Rampage?
Right now, I have Rocky Romero versus Umina. So, yeah. Moving on to what we were talking about before and everything, because I'm not into this match. Keep it a buck. So everybody that
we're on the home stretch. Keep going. Sorry.
You asked me about Rampage, and I've got Rocky Romero and all that. I'm not super behind it, but so we're already at the main event. It seems of TNA.
Mm-hmm. No, just, go ahead.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say back to the ratings thing real quick. I never really ever thought, like you said, like we never really thought about the ratings until this whole war started. The demo god was a big part of it. I was like, okay, we're paying attention then, and it was cool because they were doing 1.1, 1.2. But there's two ways I look at the ratings overall. We have a pretty good gauge of a week to week understanding of how many people watch wrestling. Like if you peak at say 2.3 or 4 for SmackDown, there's wrestling fans out there. It's how do you distribute them across the other shows? And the other way is comparing you to you. I don't give a fuck about the WWE numbers necessarily up against AEW more than AEW against AEW. Why are your numbers going in the wrong direction? Like I'm comparing you to you.
Oh, 100%. That was literally the numbers that I was about to bring up and everything like that, because everybody talks about they've gone against the finals pretty much since their existence and everything. So numbers around this same exact time and everything for AW in 2021 was 1,025,000. 2022, 939,000. 2023, 903,000. 2024, 681,000. So there is a steep and hard drop off there. And that's at this point, you can't you can't keep finger pointing at other shit because it's been this consistent long enough that it's not that many people cut the cord. It's not that many people are watching the fucking playoffs. It's not that many people this, that, or the third. It's just fix your motherfucking shit.
Fact. Again, that's the thing that's undeniable. And to see a guy like Meltzer just go ham, go hard in the paint, like can't let it go, has to try everything. And it's like, dude, as far as we know, you don't even work there, bro. What are you doing?
As far as we know.
Here comes broken Matt Hardy.
He may be broken, but his fucking tanning salon or his spray tan is broken.
His tanner gun looks like it broken.
Hey, right. This is rich mahogany Matt Hardy.
Rich mahogany.
Not Mariska Hargitay, rich mahogany.
Moose wins. All right, folks, get your predictions in on the main event. Yes.
Matt Hardy's hair has always confused me because it looks like it's there and not there at the same time. Like it's so thin and wispy and everything. It's like chocolate cotton candy type shit. Like it shouldn't be there. It shouldn't be a thing, but it's definitely still a thing.
Candy, Jesus Christ. It's like someone took my beard and put it on his head and flattened it out.
It's you fucking shocked a cat with a fucking hairdryer.
Did you put a potato in the light bulb? Mahogany Hardy. Pause. No. Foul.
Hashtag Mahogany Hardy.
You gotta. Yeah, we should tag him in that. One of my
No,
favorite.
we'll get blocked, or I'll get blocked.
One of my favorite entrances in all of wrestling. Got such a good vibe to it. Feels like the start of an NBA game.
And starting at center, coming in at 6'8".
Hit him high, hit him high.
Formerly of the Atlanta Falcons, Mo. Big.
I used to know a girl named Mahogany in high school. I'm letting it go. There's too many jokes with that one. Folks, I will remind everybody we are back tomorrow for Clash of the Castle. Speaking of Mahogany, we will be up bright and early.
Go ahead, I'm dead. I'm going to mute myself. Go ahead.
Did you say mute or pee? But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are rolling along. The main event is on its way. Matt Hardy and Moose. We are also back tomorrow for Clash at the Castle. Monday, the countdown ends. Will we get Uncle Howdy? What will happen on Raw? What will be the aftermath of a very interesting Clash at the Castle? It could be a very happy Monday for KJ. It could be a very happy Monday for Nick. We will find out tomorrow. But we're here
all really bad weekend. Like, I'm gonna apologize in advance for setting you off into a shitty Father's Day weekend because you about to be taking the biggest fucking L going into that. So I'm not gonna ask to do a members only stream. Not gonna do nothing on Sunday. I expect nothing from you because you're gonna be in recovery of just taking that fucking L, my guy.
Listen, you got to take one once in a while. You can
hold that.
But man, I mean, I still remember your face when we had, Money in the Bank cashed in. I remember that look of like, oh fuck. And I feel like tomorrow I'm going to get to see it again.
Yeah, it's just going to be when you have a mirror in front of you.
I'm looking at it.
When you watch the stream back and you see, like, when you can go down to like the frame and you can see this exact moment to where his heart breaks and everything. Right. That's going to be it, because I seriously and genuinely fear how they're going to get out of Scotland if this man does not win.
Very fast.
Just to run, just book it. Be like Cornette during the fucking
right.
During the screw job of I was already out the door before he even turned him over.
This would be like letting Jim Cornette loose at an AEW taping. He just fucking running around like Pac-Man trying to avoid all the fucking jobbers and indie guys.
Right.
No, seriously.
Someone make that a fucking video game. Do a mobile game of just escape from AEW and it's Jim Cornette.
Make it like,
and then you could have like Bischoff, Russo. You could have all the different playable characters.
Oh wait, the Ziggler twins are back, taking out the.
Oh, it's almost like we're setting up for it's going to be just Moose versus Matt Hardy, and then we get we got to get a dance before he shows up.
That's my favorite.
I fade away, I become obsolete.
Bro, stop dancing. Jordan Grace.
Yeah. How do you feel being the friend that's, Jeff Hardy's coming to fucking save you, but he's got to do his rave dance before he comes and helps you out? Like, cool, I'd like my teeth by the time you got out here fucking hip thrusting.
I just think it'd be hard to hang around with him. Him just doing that all the time. Like, get in the car, bro. Wait 1 second.
Dude. Well, no, he'd be the worst person to do fucking navigation. You think you're out there in North Carolina and he thinks you're in fucking Jacksonville.
Right. Oh, side effect on the apron.
Oh.
Matt Hardy taking down Moose. Does a certain someone show up? I don't know. I'm feeling it. It could be a thing.
Today's the day his contract's up, and you've already seen enough discourse of like, well, he'll be there during the weekend. I'm like, fucking do it now. Do it when your brother could potentially win the fucking championship. Capitalize on the goddamn moment versus just
right.
Yeah.
Supposedly today, Jeff Hardy is a free agent.
Facts.
So Grace is 2-1 against NXT talent. There you go. There you get, 2 jobbers for a title match. Deal.
All right, there you go.
And not necessarily.
Hey, it's how you make sense of the ranking system if you're going to do that ever. Imagine a company doing a ranking system in pro wrestling.
Ace Steel is wrestling. Yeah, Ace Steel is going to wrestle. So, folks, tune in. We might get a CM Punk run-in. Or Larry. Maybe Larry.
He's going to just throw a chair. That's all he's going to do is just throw a fucking chair.
Run up.
And I win.
Moose down on the floor by the... Oh, we got a garbage can. A lid.
Well, and it is broken rules match, by the way.
Rules.
So it is
Oh,
pretty much how can we call a no DQ match a no DQ match without calling it a no DQ match?
well, I mean, we got to hardy it up. Quick question.
I think this show needs to hardy it up.
Alicia back at it. She's on the show more than anybody.
And I fucking hate it.
Jeez, tell us how you really feel.
I did. That's what I did.
2 jobbers is for a title match seems like a fair sacrifice. It feels a little like we'll give you 2 of our mid-card girls and Jordan gets 2 substantial wins and she'll have a phenomenal match where we put her over. But our champ's gonna take the dub.
And now would you trade an AJ Styles for a Joe Hendry?
I would, yes. Especially
absolutely. See how you like my trades before you hate my trades. You like my trades.
Then AJ can fight for the NXT or the TNA world title.
AJ versus Matthew Hardy.
AJ versus Moose.
To get to Matthew Hardy.
Why Matthew Hardy? Why is that the payoff?
Because he's going to win.
Oh. Well, why would Matt Hardy have to be the payoff? That's not a good match.
But he's the title holder.
Oh, you think Matt wins?
Jeff comes out and just fuck both of you of just I win the title now?
Right. Mine. We got a ladder, folks. We appreciate 70 plus people still here. Be a friend, tell a friend. I'm always impressed when we hit 3 hours and we've been up over 70.
Right. Well, by the way, TNA is not springing for any sort of extra peripherals or curriculars underneath the ring here because we was literally having to go halfway to the other side of the ring to find the fucking steel chair.
Like 3 chairs. Come on, man. We got chairs.
I got a ladder, a chair, and a table.
Right. A few garbage can lids.
Right.
Moose is setting up the ladder.
Rampage has been just quiet as shit. I've been in commercial for what feels like the length of this match.
Forever. Right now I got 97.63 for Dallas.
Again, we've talked about it. Cool. They won 1, so they can come back and just give the championship at home.
Yeah, and they're desperate. You're kind of like, fuck, they're not going to beat us 3 times, right? So
granted, I'm terrible at saying that as a fucking Yankees fan because we've been there. So, well, fuck you, Boston or and Toronto.
It's only 3-1 though. Montreal was even worse. They hurt. That one stung so bad, blowing a 3-1 lead to Montreal.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. If you blew a 3-1 lead, as we blew a 3-1 lead as the Yankees and the Red Sox, so 100%. But yeah. I think this is all but over the fucking paintings on the wall.
I picked Dallas before the series, so I feel fucked. I was like,
no, that's just the curse of KJ.
Yeah, I'm
if KJ picks you, you lose. I'm like Damon Priest, just letting you know.
Yeah, the consummate fucking runner-up. And I caught that. I just dodged it.
AJ, come on.
AJ, I think, is going to quit. I don't think he's going to have a choice. I don't see Cody dropping the belt.
Oh, yeah. He's out there. I quit. Now, does he quit SmackDown? Does he just quit the match? Does he quit WWE as a whole? Does he end up in TNA?
I think he would take the nostalgia hit of going to TNA for a little bit, and then I could see him returning to WWE to run, make another, mini run or a little, kind of back him off a little as he's getting into the end. And
oh yeah, no, I'm
tomorrow. So I think I definitely could see him doing a little bit of yo-yo.
I'm full in for him doing a little bit of a run, doing some business down in TNA and everything like that. I think we even talked about it when he was doing his Mark Henry impression and everything of like he's going to retire and just go to TNA.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to go that far. He's not going to leave his WWE contract.
Well,
I'm
not saying exactly that. You got what I was saying. I'm saying within the kayfabe, within the storyline. When he was out there with the powder blue suit instead of the salmon. Yeah.
And again, you're going to get if he showed up at Slammiversary, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro. I went hard in the bro on that one. I guess Celtics aren't going to sweep tonight. Nah, doesn't look like it. Delete.
Fucking Rampage has been hard as a commercial. I'm still.
Are you still?
I'm still on commercial.
Are you sure your shit didn't freeze?
No, I got 10, 11. I've got Zequo. I've had Macy's. I've had every goddamn current. Like I said, they're just pretty much playing softball with this.
I want Willow. How do you feel about Willow returning?
Willow Nightingale, I love. Willow, Jeff Hardy. I have never hated a gimmick more, I feel, than that fucking Willow shit. I have never changed the channel faster than that being on my screen I am no way about that. It's just bad. Like, it's creative. It's just fucking bad.
Yeah. I mean, I think maybe, not this time.
No.
I don't even think Broken works the same way as it used to. That was like lightning in a bottle.
2020 was the birth and the death of a lot of gimmicks.
Right.
The Thunderdome era was the cinematic era of pro wrestling is a case study that I can't wait to see a fucking 30 for 30 on that shit. Yeah. Maybe we'll be the ones to do it. But the cinematic verse of pro wrestling was the birth of a lot of careers and the death just in the same fold.
I think if anything, MDB, I'd go with the Brother Nero side of things. Come out with that vibe. The Willow thing's a little much, like with the
umbrella. You go do. You have to.
Right in the yam bag.
He's what that Jeff Hardy is moreover than Brother Nero, than kick out, than Willow, anything like that. You get Jeff Hardy and you say TNA is Jeff Hardy, and you got a license to print some money.
Right. This makes me laugh. That bro was almost a dude.
I'm a dude. She's a dude. We're all dudes. Hey, I'm a dude. She's a dude.
This one's funny because this is what I was thinking. I was like, they let Jeff Hardy leave AEW because they couldn't have two Willows. He really wants to do the Willow gimmick, but
under the willow tree.
Matt Hardy is so extreme. Oh, drop from the second rope.
Brett's rope, most dangerous rope.
It's a good match, though, overall. I don't hate it.
It's a match.
I'm enjoying it.
Are you enjoying it, or are you enjoying the conversation around it?
That might be factual, sir.
That might be weighing in.
Right. Can we each weed Jeff Hardy? Itch weed?
I think he smokes itch weed. Is what Jeff Hardy does.
With the itch weed,
I think he got busted with itch weed.
You've inhaled too much of the itch weed.
Right.
Oh my,
bro! I'm starting to think we could do like a D&D game with like Damien lore of just like the Hopium tribe, and now we've got itch weed, and we're getting lore to Damien here.
He's an itch weed dealer.
Right. Does Hopium on the side. He's moved away. He's Walter White.
Right. Drew McIntyre showed up at the ICW tonight. It's on Twitter. That's pretty cool. You figured a lot of them love doing that kind of stuff.
Well, it's his home promotion, and it's even with it was 10 years to the day to where Drew McIntyre was released from WWE, and he even pointed out couldn't even make the headline on being released from WWE when I got released and all of that.
It's true, man. It's a crazy story.
Right.
The match is happening.
Well, no, I like Jeff Hardy is on the Mount Rushmore of the Hood's favorite wrestlers. I agree with that.
Right. Absolutely.
MDB, would you like to take a vote as to who else is on
the chairs?
Oh,
huge, Bob.
So huge you might cut out.
I thought I got the words all the way out before I hit the mic.
No.
Just happened.
So huge.
Matt Hardy's pants look like some sort of gothic pastor designed them. All right. More Alicia.
I just look over and I have Pac just with his Gollum ass face just staring hard at the camera and everything. What's taters, precious?
Right?
Like, get the fuck out of here. Back the fuck up.
Jeff Hardy, Rey Mysterio, Stone Cold, Randy Orton, Hood, Mount Rushmore.
No Dwayne. No out there with the velour $300 fucking
right
shirts and everything like that.
Can we give an honorary shout out to the Razor?
Yeah.
He's like the honorary, like the OG.
Razor's he's GTA. He was GTA before GTA.
Oh, powerbomb onto the chairs. Matt Hardy laying out moves. 1, 2.
1, 2. 2 go.
Pac for the win. Damien. Oh shit, Nick. Is Pac wrestling?
1 Pac, 2 Pac, 3 Pac, 4. Yes, we're getting Pac versus Jay Lethal right now. I forgot that you didn't have Rampage up, but yes, we've got Pac right now versus Jay Lethal as Pac's getting thrown in the barricade. And this literally, bro, this is like Young Lion match because they've just got both the exact same attire, just respectfully, one's Caucasian and the other's not.
Matt Hardy barking at Edwards. He's got a box. What's in the box?
What's in the box? Jeff
Hardy's in the box.
Just pops out. Hello, my honey. Hello, my baby. Hello, my ragtime girl.
Right.
He just booted the, what the fuck? Just booting the shit out of it for no reason.
Yeah. Fuck this box. My third favorite box in wrestling. Matt took out his box. Pause. Stop it.
You encouraged it. You encouraged it.
I felt they encouraged me.
Be the adult in this situation, goddamn it.
It's been a long stream, my friend. I don't know if I have it in me.
Long stream. This is 3 hours. This at this point is kind of light work a little bit. We've been out here. This ain't no AEW pay-per-view. This is light work.
You're not wrong. Is Jeff Hardy in the box, right? The Jeff in the box, dude.
Alexa, play In a Box by Lonely Island.
Oh, he's got the Moose has got the
old school Patriots helmet, which as a Buffalo Bills fan, I revile.
He's got the helmet on. Like, see, we're kind of sealing up our match a little.
Oh, kind of.
Oh, back body drop on the ladder.
Oh,
they set that up like 12 minutes ago. And
the row was such a clutter.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know at this point to imply the laws of wrestling of he who sets it up must go through it.
Right. Another absolute rule is right here with C Money. Anything that comes out of the box is automatically over. We don't care what's in the box. If you break out a box, whatever's in
it's in the box. That is actually pretty accurate.
Patriots helmet. Yeah. Willow. We got a table.
I swear to God, though, if we get Willow, I will be gone before he gets to the ring.
Yeah.
It'd be end of stream. The power will suddenly straight down the stream, folks.
Right? Yeah, right. The new exit strategy. Oops.
Oh, whoopsie.
Man, it's a funny thing. I was mid-sentence and everything went doom. What the fuck?
That's what you know. You pissed off God.
Yeah. So the Discord made
He's
me
the
laugh.
ultimate booker.
Yeah, the Discord made me laugh. It was the Jericho fans trying to shut me down.
I saw that.
Like, yeah, shit.
And but that's the thing is there's 80,000 fucking gifts that work perfectly with Jericho. I mean, just always looks like he's up for some shit.
Hawk for the win. Vance.
As we're in picture, as we're getting tables set up between two ladders.
There is quite a bit of downtime between stuff. Oh, he's got a helmet. All right.
Chicago, we're getting the fucking Chicago Bears.
Oh.
Taking out the Patriots here. That's a technical foul.
Hardy transformed Moose last night. And yeah, I saw that. And then he came back as the Patriots player. Number 69, Moose.
Number 69 in your playbooks, number 1 in your heart, folks.
Right. His best form was his football form.
It's funny because I'm thinking of, I think that was the one interview I've done on our channel to where I introduced him as, number 69 in your playbooks, number 1 in your hearts, did the same intro.
Right. Love the guy in the front row with a fuck Meltzer shirt. I gotta buy me one of those.
We just make one. We have a merch store.
Leg drop through the
oh. Is it crazy that Matt Hardy throughout his entire career has taken a bump like that that's gonna like almost intentionally fuck up your spine and shit and your hips?
You could imagine, man. And again, I mean, Matt Hardy hasn't been short of injuries, and even you see him come to the ring.
He sat there was taking the pause because his shit was fusing.
Yeah, man. Well, and we all remember that gross bump he took where he knocked himself conky with Sammy Guevara, and you just heard that gross thud that only a skull can make. And then they just kept going, and he was wobbly, and we were like, "Oh my god!" So, I mean, you see now, like he doesn't move nearly as limber as he used to. Got a little bit of a limp, like his hip's not quite where it should be, but he's gushing blood. I mean, he's battling, my guy.
He's the Mick Foley out of that fucking family of just, I'm going to go until the wheels fall off.
But yeah, kind of. Yet his brother's the Daredevil, the fucking full speed ahead.
Well, his brother's gotten there at the same pace just from other substances, but that's
DDT. Is Matt really going to win this? No way.
I'm telling you.
No fucking way.
I'm surprised. Alicia. Now we get fucking stupid ass Twitter happy Rebby Hardy to come out here and I called it. I literally called it. You get stupid ass Twitter happy fucking Rebby Hardy to come out here and fuck up Alicia Edwards because no one cares. I give more of a shit about Rob Van Dam's fucking flotation device of a wife than I do about Rebby Hardy.
She's a nice lady.
She's a nice lady. I will take Dorothy Mantooth out for a nice seafood dinner and never call her again.
Twist of fate.
Right, and this is now fully setting up to where we get at some point to
it feels like it. Next.
I swear to God, I'm not Scott D'Amore, but just Jesus, this hit my numbers a wee bit.
I mean, it
fuck him up. You're standing next to your husband's opponent. Do something.
Slap him. No,
do something. Kick him in the dick. Do something.
No, he's gonna. Yeah, he backed his
wife. Yeah, as Matt just spears Rebby.
Oh no! You deserve
that it. Tuesday night.
Spear. It's over. No Jeff.
Yet.
Move with the W.
If we get now I'm gonna be pissed. Motherfucker, how could you be more late?
Yeah. The earrings came off. Yeah, shit got serious. Oh, Boston. There'll be none of that.
Right now, Pac just popping Jay Lethal in the arm out here.
Red taking a spear.
By the way, I'm assuming I'm potentially missed the match I wanted to watch, but I've got Jordan Oliver versus Mance Warner right now for the GCW title on GCW Lights Out as well.
Okay.
For those who wanted to know.
I might put GCW on in a moment. I mean, we do have to, 6-4, and she took the spear of the year. She got drilled.
Like I said, they just call that a Tuesday night at that household.
Oh, wait a minute. The beating continues, Nick. See, now I'm with you. Why would you wait till now?
Right. Again.
I was dancing on the way here.
I'm sorry, I get caught up dancing.
You think he'd have carpal tunnel for years of doing that?
Well, now we've got the Ziggly Puffs show up. Yeah, we're 100%. We're 100 goddamn percent.
Are you ready, folks?
At this point, the
we are
writing's on the wall.
Feels like we're getting somebody, and the lights are out, or they're purple. Joe Hendry.
His name, man. He appears. I'm fine with it, but yeah.
Joe Hendry Moose.
Yeah, but that's the fake.
Oh, wait.
The false piece.
Yeah, that's your. So Joe Hendry comes out. He's taking.
We're gonna get the Nemesis and the Hardys teaming in a fucking four-man horseman.
Now, okay, folks. Right now, the system is annihilating everybody.
Just literally.
In TNA, ladies and gentlemen. He is here, taking his sweet ass time.
Exactly, but again, it's like you took till now, motherfucker.
Yeah. Where were you?
You didn't even dance your way down. You're just out here with a chair. Like, where the fuck were you at?
Bro, I was painting my chair. Relax.
I had to paint it. I had to wait for it to dry.
Jeff Hardy's in TNA, helping his brother. The Hardys are reunited. Joe Hendry took out Moose, kind of.
Is it bad? I'm glad that this happened and it's not in WWE.
I mean, again, yeah.
I'm glad they're reunited. I just didn't want it in WWE.
I don't mind this. Yeah, they're going to kind of get to be this, a little more. So I'm
they get to be what they want to do with the Hardys. They weren't doing that in WWE anymore.
And TNA is finding ways to get eyes, Nick. Tatum shows up tonight. You had the crossover already with WWE. Jeff Hardy returns. Dolph Ziggler and his brother were on this card. Like, a lot of noteworthy things are happening here. And Joe Hendry is just an absolute shooting star.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Joe Hendry looks like he's like the third Ziggler brother.
Jeff Hardy's 43rd chance. Shit. Well, that happened.
But no, I think this is the good fit. I know that they want to go to WWE. I don't think that the opportunity that they think that they would have in WWE is there. So I like them in TNA a lot.
Yeah, and I mean, at the end of the day, because they are going to get utilized. I mean, they are Matt challenging Moose for the world title. There is a level of it makes sense for TNA, and I know people are joking like another chance, but again, it's a name. It's he's had his ups and downs. Don't get me wrong, but this is good for their business. Good energy. That's going to blow.
This is how you draw eyes. This is how you draw attention.
And
that's all that's going to be on Twitter right now, up until the start of Clash. Is Jeff Hardy shows back up at TNA.
Don't worry, folks. Jeff Jarrett's the next one. He's coming.
No, he's going to show up and own the company.
Yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of Against All Odds. Are we still watching?
Well, Rampage is going off the air. I've got Nance
Rampage.
Warner versus Jordan Oliver for the GCW title. So it depends on if you want to watch that, sir, or you want to pack it in. Pause.
Is that
That's
the main
terrible
event?
to say right now.
Is that the main event?
I hope, I assume, I was hoping to try and catch our buddy Cole Radrick taking on Zilla, so I might have to catch that on a replay. But I assume for the GCW title, it is the main event. But then again, knowing GCW, I can never confirm nor deny that.
Right. 8 out of 10. Chair saying 6. Tomorrow we do it again. Tomorrow morning, breakfast, brunch with the boys. We're getting up. We're going to have a time. It's going to be a fun one. People still love Jeff Hardy. Absolutely. Jeff Hardy is not over. And you know what? There is a large contingent of very loyal Jeff Hardy fans. They love his music. They go to his shows. They relate to him
we call them stands.
Yeah, fair enough. That was a lot shorter than my answer.
No, it is. Well, right. you I just went with you called them Jeff Hardy fans. I was like, they're just Jeff Hardy stands. Yeah,
it sums it up pretty quick. Did he just put a broomstick in his butt? I mean, we were watching a GCW show, so I had to halfway like, wait, what? It might have.
I can fly.
Did he just popsicle this man?
Doing.
People still love, 100%. Jeff Hardy looked better in this little spot than he had looked in AEW in a long time.
Well, most of the time he was concussed, so
yeah, not wrong. And again, in a different environment, different feel. Again, I hope this is a positive for Jeff. I'm a fan of Jeff. I was a fan of the Hardys growing up. I do think Matt's at that point where he's venturing into maybe he'd be more useful on a creative side of things opposed to in the ring. But tonight he did his thing. I mean, there's worse out there wrestling. Jericho.
Well, I'll ask you this as being a fan of a certain vintage and everything like that. I think I'm getting much more comfortable with the idea of wrestlers that I grew up watching. I don't need to see anymore. Like I got it. That's enough. No, and that's not even a fully like an insult or whatever. Like I'd rather see you contribute behind the scenes. I'd rather see your influence spread that way than you pretend to be what you used to be and everything like that. Like I don't need to. Example why he was upset about with the potential fucking Wyatt Six that we're getting on Raw and everything like that. I don't need tribute acts in wrestling. I would rather see you do the best of you. And then if you can't do the best of you, take what you've got left and teach the other generation to be better than you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I listen, I have no argument against anything you just said there. I mean, you make complete sense. And I mean, what?
That's good because I normally make no sense. So
well, you hammered that one home perfectly. 8 out of 10 from Damian. Jeff Hardy sniffs the belt, but do they dare put it on him anytime soon? No.
Oh yeah, they do.
They're gonna make Jeff Hardy the champion.
Oh fuck, they do.
What about Dolph?
How you get a fucking
Are
attention?
We get Dolph Jeff Hardy?
What?
Will we get Dolph?
Oh yeah, well, 100%. You, Jeff Hardy's instantly your biggest draw in that company.
Interesting. Okay.
Who else right now has a? Christ, we had MDB saying that the Hood Classics are wrestlers and everything like that. Who has a draw outside of wrestling fan bases that you have under contract right now outside of Jeff Hardy?
It's a complete valid argument. I really don't have a counter to it. I'm not even like, it never even kind of crossed my mind. In my head, he would come in, kind of do the tag team thing with his brother, maybe feud with his brother at some point. But you absolutely valid the idea that could be the direction they go. And again, if you announce that whatever fucking pay-per-views after Slammiversary, the main event's going to be Dolph Ziggler, Jeff Hardy, I mean, that plays well.
We get a Worlds Collide and say we get, well, going off of currently NXT, we would get a Trick versus a Jeff Hardy. Interesting.
Trick versus Jeff Hardy, eh?
Versus a Trick versus a Moose.
Well, Trick, yeah. We got a door.
Well, we've got a portal. The other
Right.
company has a door. This company's got a portal.
Against all odds, it was actually.
I didn't even realize when GCW just stood in a door.
It was actually Mance Warner had a door.
I was gonna say, you're fucking man's playing 4D chess out here.
Epic 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10. I really liked Against All Odds though. I thought a series of really good matches. I thought Ali's match was really good. Man, did they fuck up Gresham's match? Tag match was solid. The tag title match was solid. I can't believe Militia won.
You had to remind me of that, didn't you? You
Yeah,
had to remind me. I'm going 7.5 for Against Odds.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I don't want to.
I could maybe convince you if you want to fucking twist my arm, but
I go 8, and you know what?
I'll go 7. I'm staying steady.
Okay,
7.5.
I'll give him a bonus 0.5 for Jeff Hardy. It was a nice cherry on top. And you know what? They get some love for Tatum Paxley.
Fair. I guess that's my half. I'll give you that.
Okay.
So
yeah,
you got a quarter for that, and you got a quarter for because again, why the fuck did you show up when your brother was fighting for the title? What the fuck were you doing?
Why did Joe Hendry run out before you did?
Right. That's your brother, my guy.
He's like, I'm painting him a chair.
That family reunion is gonna be awkward as shit.
Right. 8 out of 10. 10 from Eric Tate. 8 out of 10. Good show. 10 out of 10. Your stream. Thank you.
Absolutely. The rest of them may suck, but we never do.
That was a 9. 8 out of 10. TNA was 9. So a lot of people really happy with this one. 8 out of 10. Fine. Now, is that just the? And I'll ask the chat. Like, is it the Hardy effect? If anybody
they could feel that type of way. We've been at it before, to where we've been salty or spittoony on some shows versus the chat and everything like that.
Yeah, but you gave it a good mark. I mean, 7.5 solid. I mean, again, 7.5, 8. Like Meltzer says, 4 and 3/4, 4 and a quarter, 5, same thing.
No, unless it's the ladder match where you have Paxley and Dana Brooke, Ash by Elegance get involved afterwards. That had no fucking bearing on the match and everything.
Right.
To where that's all of a sudden a fucking 2-star match.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Jordan Oliver firing up on Mance Warner. Matt and Jeff, when we say we watch more live wrestling, we were here for the kickoff. We were here for 2 pay-per-views, a 3rd show, and now this. All in one night, folks, and we're coming back in less than 12 hours.
And we're going to be here for before even their pre-show and everything.
Yeah.
So again, often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. Be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. What?
Be prepared to watch me eat on stream, folks. It might be a thing.
Eat what? No.
That's my OnlyStans account. Shush. 8 out of 10. So yeah, all around, Anthony did
eat what at white.com.
Shut up, you stupid. That's dumb.
I know I am.
No, I said it.
I know. I'm so saying I got half the brain that you do.
That's not nice. He's just a donkey. 100.
He's a donkey. Someone let me know who won between Zilla and Ratty Daddy.
Yeah, did Zilla?
I'm going to have to probably go back and rewatch it. But then again, I'm also thrown off with GCW because this could be the main event or this could be like 2 hours left in the show. I don't know.
I'm like, when did this one start? Because 2 out of 10.
That's so.
You didn't watch the
show. The cage one that they had recently and everything. I watched that with the missus, and I think I almost made her a GCW fan.
It's a calamity, man. That show was insane. We did the day before.
Yeah, but she saw like Micro Man and everything, and people
Right.
going on the barbed wire, and she's like, "I can get behind this. I don't even know fuck about storylines, but
Micro
it's
Man
just a lot of blood, guts, and gore, and some bullshit. It's chaos."
Hardy effect, big time. Chair says, Samiversary build should be good. Yeah, man. It really will be.
Oh,
Solid show overall. I'm just really salty. I didn't go. You should have went, bro.
you should have gone and brought in a sign.
I saw the sign.
Yeah.
Solid pay
And
per
I
view.
opened up my mind. I saw the sign.
Solid pay per view with a little cherry on top. 8.5. Tana Paxley is my new fave. See, money's is on the Paxley train. Oh my God, we are getting a superplex. Oh no, Jordan Oliver escapes.
Right. Everyone likes the idea of a spooky goth girlfriend until, she's standing over you with a fucking knife and a fucking, chicken hanging upside down and everything in the corner and shit like that. And then
Right.
you're wondering what's going on and how did I get here?
I can't wait to see Ace Steel versus Frankie Kazarian in Chicago Street Fight Thursday. Warner through a table. Chair.
Jordan Oliver, I will go on record and say this. I'll say when, not if, he ends up on a major national television program, he's going to be one of them guys. Like, he has early Seth Rollins-y vibes type shit of like that type of level of that type of guy. This is a guy that is this young and this talented already.
Yeah, no, now here's the question. If you were Tony Khan, who would you feature on your show more? A Jordan Oliver or a Nick Wayne? Who do you feel has a little more upside?
Right now? Fuck.
That's a tough one, right? Jordan Oliver's good.
Well, the advantage Nick Wayne has is that he's been booked already on your television show. If we're going just straight out of the gate and everything, I mean, honestly, fuck, I take Jordan Oliver. I'm just a big Jordan Oliver fan. I'm a big fan of Jordan Oliver, and I'm a big fan of Blake Christian.
Right. I'm trying to instigate Anthony. Oh, my bad. Let me go back.
Everybody be quiet.
Where was that? Goes to show you TK doesn't know what he's doing. Matt Hardy had a killer match and Jeff blew off the roof of the building. How do you waste them for like that for a year? More than a year, my guy. I mean, again, is that if you bring them in, should you not do something special with them? Like, ignore all the shit that's happened, but you decide to sign them, right? Like, you go out and get a free agent with the intent of using them to build, like, and they were never really like, and the long list of names that never really got that. Why did you not sign them and have a moment like this?
We're talking AW aspect, or are we talking TNA aspect? AW aspect, they just burned through it. That's what it is. They just burned through it as fast. Like, the biggest Matt Hardy moment we got was because of Stadium Stampede, Anarchy in the Arena during lockdown.
Right.
That was it. Everything else has just been much to go with everything else that Tony does. You just burn through it too fast that you don't even notice you burned through it. Type of shit of literally stuff rolls through at such a rapid pace that by the time you even notice it's there, it's gone.
Yeah. Jordan Oliver getting busted up. Folks, if you're just tuning in, we are watching GCW. Mance Warner taking on Jordan Oliver. Jordan Oliver gushing. I'm not sure if Mance is bleeding yet, but yeah, we are on our fifth show of the day. I don't know what we're on. We're on Gilligan's Island at this point.
Well, and it feels like a WrestleMania weekend of like, all right, so what show are we fucking watching at this point?
Is there some crazy Japanese show on after this? What are we doing?
Dude, bro, you've talked about a goddamn sleepover. I was like, oh, all right, you're gonna have to hold the fort down here for a little bit then if we're doing that.
Right. Pull up the fucking let's go Antique Roadshow. We're not done yet. I think we'd have a laugh doing fucking Antique Roadshow.
Hello, yeah. Oh, 100%. just be fucking so delusional. We'd be out here talking to 10 of y'all, but we'd be out here doing it.
Nut punt.
What?
No one sells it. A lot of people were bitching about Jack Perry no selling the Shattered Dreams.
1, 2, 2 go. Like,
Instantly-
give it a buck. Mance just won this off of the whole calamity that was the Cage of Survival, to where you had everybody and their brother out here trying to cash into, where I thought we were going to have a former world champion on the channel and everything, with Cole cashing in his Hobbit ring to win.
Right.
But we've got, the age of Mance out here. So
Yeah, I think
it's just a matter of time when he wins here.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think he'll be on a hot run for a while now. I still think it's Nick versus Moose. I don't think TNA does the switch, which would mean the Hardys versus the System. I'm guessing.
Boo.
Boo! Boo!
So then what do you do with not Ziggly?
Yeah, it's just not Ziggly. He doesn't have to do anything.
He just sits there and he just claps for his brother at ringside.
Go, bro. He betrays him. That's how he doesn't win. I'm breaking up all the tag teams.
You're just all about that's how he betrays him, and that's how he doesn't win. You're just like, well, I keep mentioning the CM Punk betraying people. Right. It'll happen.
I'm becoming a modern wrestling fan. I'm breaking up every tag team the minute they get together.
Well, most of these got together in the womb, so you're not, the first one to try and break this shit up.
I said that Jeff Hardy thing on Instagram and got 1.4K likes, so people have spoken. There you go. Great show, great TNA. AJ's happy, 8 out of 10 for TNA. Nick Nemeth should be the one who beats Moose. There you go. So maybe you set up Jeff and Nick post Moose.
Yeah, with Jeff as champion.
No, but Nick would have it first.
No. You do Dolph as douchey.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Dolph works better than babyface Dolph. Let's be honest. Keep it a buck. And heel Jeff Hardy does not work.
That's actually not a terrible point. That's why Anthony's saying Jeff's going to go towards the tag belts and let Nick do his thing.
Could be. I thought we were going to get Matt Hardy wins tonight because his brother would show up on fucking time. But yeah, as Mance Warner picks up the 1, 2, 3 here, just pretty much quick and out of the blue.
Mance Warner becomes GCW World Champion. Wasn't he already the World Champion?
Yes, he retained.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
We're in the era of Mance, and I really like this. Mance Warner's been a guy that's kind of been a breakout from GCW.
Right.
It's very Terry Funky vibes a little bit.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, he has that. He'll mix it up any way you want to go. However you want to do this, we're going to do the dance. But he's all fucking piss and vinegar. He doesn't back down from anything. And he's really coming to his own over the last little while. It's good to see him have the success.
Right. Oh, he's still just clattering Jordan Oliver here.
Well, who's Jeff Hardy? Jeff Hardy. No, I'm just kidding.
Right. I was just saying, well, there's a ref there, but they could try and do something, but they are apparently choosing not to. Let me just put my hands up to show I'm concerned.
Happy Father's Day to all. Shout out to all the dads out there. Also remember, June is Men's Mental Health Month. So again, don't be afraid to get some help. Don't stress. And remember, if you got nobody, you got us here at the Wrestling for Life Network.
Absolutely.
I got you, babe.
100%.
Who's Sonny and who's Cher?
Well, I think we share each other. How about that? Wait,
Nick,
what?
Do you believe in love?
What the fuck did I just happen upon with all of that? I feel like you had a whole sentence that was directed towards me, and I caught maybe a word.
Right off the forehead. I'm a godfather. Does that count? Absolutely. Why not? Dog fathers, cat fathers, godfathers, real fathers, not the fathers, all the fathers.
Not the mama, not the mama.
Ah, you got it. Yeah. Losers. I watched every Mance Warner match in GCW and MLW. Damien's a fan. Joey Janela's here, by the way. It's a terrible way to end our night.
Bro, what is the fucking shit is up with that person's pants coming down the steps? There was someone out there that had the fucking, if the Young Bucks met Takashida's, skin of pants on here.
Is Jordan Oliver limping off, saved by Joey Janela. And I'm hoping this is how this show comes to an end, because it's how our show comes to an end at just about the 4-hour mark. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Kool-Aid.
Oh, fuck. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's see. Last call on anything in the chat. We'll click on the last couple. And then we're going to shut her down and tap out as we are back tomorrow morning, 11:45 a.m. Eastern Time. We go live for Clash at the Castle. Looking for a big one, and we're going to have a whole lot of fun. Remember, be a friend, tell a friend. We want that 5K milestone. Yeah, we're done. We're going into replay.
Yeah, we're getting a replay of GCW Tournament of Survival 9, which we're here live for.
Even if it's an intermission, Nick, I'm out.
100%, but out of time. What is yours is mine.
Right.
But yes, 100%. We're back at it like a jackrabbit tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon for Clash of the Castle, and see the heavyweight showdown. KJ White and Damien Priest taking on Big Nick and Drew McIntyre.
We might have just found our new one, but I might have to step out of the argument and let you and Anthony talk out this whole Jeff Hardy situation, because that might be the new battleground.
Listen, I should have won one case that I already lost on Thursday. I'll just keep fighting the good fight out here of 100%.
Folks, go watch Wrestling Court. Do it. It's been a fun time.
Yeah, and vote with your what you actually hear, not just with rose tinted glasses. Let's try that first. Sorry, not sorry.
Right. Nick definitely should have won that case. MGP in his corner.
Co-counsel.
Well, I'm gonna out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, like Nick said, we are back tomorrow. We watch more live wrestling than anybody else out there, folks. We had so much fun doing these streams. Happy Friday. I hope everyone has a wonderful night. Thank you for spending some of it with us. Do not miss tomorrow's stream, and we got so much content coming your way. If you could spread the word of the Wrestling for Life Network, we'd appreciate it kindly. But what a hell of a night. We jam-packed all the fucking wrestling in like a burrito, my guy.
Absolutely. We're out here playing Hodor for all the wrestling content coming out here right now. We're just holding the door. We just gotta let it out bit by bit here, but 100%. Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you talk about that wrestling, put up with that for life with it. And Drew's fucking winning tomorrow.
Tomorrow we go to the swamp and we battle it out. Don't miss it. See you on the flip side. Have a good night.